Hello. Oh, we're back. Oh, hang on, let me turn the music off. As much as I love that music, it brings back so much nostalgia. Holy shit. Right, we are back for episode 2. I'll be jumping in the call in a second. I don't know whether this is going to be a weekly thing or not, but we'll see. It'll probably be a thing where it'll be played when we have time to play. So for now, hopefully it'll stay a weekly addition to the channel. A nice little way for me to come back into stream, and I may start streaming during the week as well. I kind of miss it. Probably start playing some Deep Rock Galactic and stuff like that. But in the meantime, let me hop into the group chat and see what they're all yammering on about. They've been busy looking all over my map. Not happy with it. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, Jesus, hello.
Daddy DM.
Hello. How's everyone doing?
Alive for now.
We'll see if I can fix that.
Oh no.
How dare you try and leave early?
It's just 20 minutes.
Oh, so much to do, so little time. Alright, where am I at? Alright.
I have a guest with me.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, it's my cat. She will be trying to jump in and talk to us.
That's
But does Brigitte have coin? Where's if we have coin? That is the question.
Is she gonna steal food from the fridge?
She makes a lot of dough, especially on my chest.
She
Ah,
has
the
physical
biscuit factory
so-
is open.
Yep. Yeah, it is open, and it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
She is currently on my shoulder, like a fucking parrot.
Right. Oh, God. As much as it's really useful playing online with D&D with all the kind of fucking automatic rolls and shit, you don't know the struggle of having so many tabs open for so many different things.
It's awful.
Like, I've got all the tabs. I've got a tab open for the campaign, I've got a tab open for my NPCs, I've got a tab open for the any possible encounters, I've got a tab open for all my notes. Tab open for Foundry, tab open for my stream. I'm not complaining though.
I was gonna say about
You fooled me.
anyone else hear that tiny little violin playing in the background?
Oh man, you just pulled the words right out of my mouth.
Oh,
World's smallest violin playing just for you.
oh, you're all gonna die.
I don't know. You
Don't
shaved
miss off the
yeah,
jam,
quite a
big
bit. So I don't know if
I've
you have the
been
power anymore.
saying this from the start. I'm
Uh,
gonna die.
nah, you'll be fine. You handled this. You handled the snake fairly well last time.
If only I were able to jump into the fucking water.
Well,
What?
that wasn't on me.
Oh, I know.
I
I'm still
could have, I just
salty.
didn't want to get my fur wet.
It
You
was
got
like
what you
4 of
deserve.
us handling a snake made for 8.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
And you did fine.
And do you know what? As
We
well,
were fine.
there could have been more that came out to fucking play as well if all of you jumped in. But I was like, I can't throw this at 2 people. So I was like, quick, nerf the encounter, really quick.
Total
It's-
party
they're
kill on C
fine.
session 1.
Yeah.
Good
They
DMing.
had-
Good DMing.
They had ranged healers in the background. They were fine.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. You don't even know.
We don't know.
You don't even know.
Correct.
Definitely, we don't know.
Right, where are we at? 28, we're close enough.
I would say that that's up to you.
Well, is everyone present and accountable?
They are now.
Now there.
Oh, hello.
I'm 2 minutes early.
Holy shit.
Right on time.
In
Right.
corporate America, that's basically late.
Yeah.
If you give me a time limit, I will show off at the exact time.
We've
Or
all
I'll
got...
cut it as close
Panda
as
was
I
here
can.
like 45 minutes early.
I know, eager. I like
was
it.
Sitting
The
at
boy
my
was ready.
computer doing nothing, and I was just like, "Fuck it, I'm hopping into the VC."
I like it.
Listen, I was
I
here
think
1
a
week
few of
early
us-
for the last one.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, I think a few of us were just like so eager. We were just sitting at our computer waiting, watching the clock.
Ticking
Where's
away.
the Foundry
Basically,
link?
yeah.
I don't see it in the pinned messages. Oh wait, I see it
It's
now.
not pinned, but you just shared it, yeah.
Yeah, it should be the same link every time. Just click on that whenever I say it's up, and it should
Make it your fucking homepage.
basically, yeah, yeah. Bookmark it in your web browser. Should work, right?
We will find out.
Yeah,
next time.
I bookmarked it.
Okay, good. That works.
Oh,
Hold on,
good
I
guy.
need to change my push to talk button.
Push it.
I have it set
Push
to a
it real-
button on my mouse, but then it makes like if I'm on a web page, it makes it go back. So for things like video games, it's fine, but like this, it's not gonna work.
You mean you don't want to constantly refresh your Foundry page?
I would rather not.
Oh shit! I forgot
In
to change
before
my.
Ram sitting over there going, "Why the fuck is everything lagging?" Coke's refreshing for the 15th million time.
Well,
Well-
I heard that people could hear like AJ twice last time, so I don't want to.
Yeah, it was a little bit of echo, but I wasn't sure exactly what it was from.
I just want to grace you twice with my presence.
He's got
Okay.
his a draconic voice. That's all it is.
Ah, fuck. That's
Ah,
not
that
gonna
is
work
true.
either.
Well, it's weird because your guys are playing it through a browser, whereas it's a completely like separate program for me. It's like literally running a game for me.
Yeah, like I was. Someone
messed up.
asked me.
Okay, yeah.
I
Look,
think
I just want to say for the people in the chat in the fucking thingy, yes, I trimmed my beard back. I'm sorry.
You didn't trim it back. You fucking got rid of it.
No, it's not. It's there.
It's
Look,
gone.
Dare
It's
you.
gone.
it's there. Well, it was getting too long. It started to kind of look a bit like homeless person kind
like
of.
me, like me.
No, like you have like the styled kind of whole look about you. Mine was like a long bit. I looked like a werewolf, man. It was terrible. Walking around with them.
You get
Wrong with
Some
that?
just call that an aesthetic.
Yeah, I know, but it's like when you're having to wear like all these like the masks, obviously for the COVID and stuff. I've just got like hair just like bunching out and like curling around it, and it just didn't look good. It looked really
I
bad.
take offense to that.
It was bad. It was real bad. Right. Anyway, it's gone half past. Let's dive in. Okay. Right. Let's see how you guys can slow me down this time. So.
You have that backwards.
Yeah, right.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, we're not using our new faces.
one second on Coke.
Oh yeah, no worries. I'll wait for Coach to come back. Yeah, with the overlay, there will be a new one coming by next week. I just didn't have time to incorporate all the new images and stuff. But
Sorry, I only finished it in 3 days.
well, you finished it last night, and I didn't have time to create a whole new overlay since I had work today. But yeah, over the weekend I should be making a new overlay for episode 3 or session 3 or whatever you want to call it. So there'll be a new layout and it'll look a lot more crisp and nice for everyone. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ram.
It's okay.
Thanks, Daddy.
That's what you get an inspiration dice for that
Hell yeah, really?
if you want it.
Done. It's not gonna have it.
It's too late to go back
DM's
now.
picking favorites already.
Hey,
Ram, we discovered walk-ons on Blurp.
okay.
You can have you can approve a walk-on for someone so that it plays a song like for free when they come into your channel, like regulars and stuff.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Probably leave it off for the D&D so it doesn't outbreak the whole immersion. But for the other streams,
Yeah. Other streams, yeah, right.
Bounce my booty
Look,
like a basketball.
Are you planning on streaming again one day?
What? I'm streaming now. What do you mean?
I meant something other than D&D.
Maybe.
Right.
No, I did say that when I was setting up my little intro thing that I'll probably be streaming again soon at some point, like other than D&D, probably do some DRG again and bits and bobs.
Good.
There you go. I'll be back. Right, is everyone now present and accounted for?
Yes.
Okay.
10-4.
Alright.
So just to have a bit of a recap. Last time, the 8 individuals had found themselves passengers aboard the ship headed over to the elven city of Vidal. After an interesting meeting between the group in an early morning breakfast, the party had a brief interaction with a pod of whales, in which the party found out about a sunken ship somewhere up ahead. Most of the party decided to bypass the wreckage until Quithus took off all his armour and leapt straight in. Following a brief tussle with a giant coral snake and a close shave with drowning, the party defeated the serpent, gained some loot before getting a night's rest. The following day, the party then discovered signs of a food thief on board, which led to a Scooby-Doo mystery search of the ship, until finally discovering the location of a stowaway. So, picking up where we left off, yes, right. Quithus, Ayara, Ajran, and Kayla, the owner of the ship, are stood at the entrance of the storage room as a female human dressed in fine robes of blue with a black and gold trim steps out from behind the crates with her hands held up in surrender. She reaches the hood and pulls back to reveal her face. Dark black hair pulled up into a bun at the back of her head, with white tattoo markings over her cheek and forehead that seem to draw your attention to her piercing blue eyes that glare back at the 4 of you. What do you do?
Well, I was standing in the doorway to make sure she didn't have an exit.
Yeah, well, you're all pretty much blocking the doorway in the minute because you've just walked into the room.
I was puffing out, doing my
Yeah,
my dragon puff.
Yeah. Using your chunkiness.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just gonna stay silent and probably wait for someone else or maybe Kayla to answer since it's her ship.
Okay.
Quithus asks, "Who are you? Why are you here?"
Can we at least get me a warm meal before I start talking?
I think you've already had plenty of those.
Yeah, I've had cold fruit and veg for the past few days. I could do with some warm food.
It's not mine to give.
Yeah, okay. Kayla knows who this person is just from looking at her. So she says, she kind of gives.
Do we pick up on that or?
Kayla's at the back, so you've kind of facing away from Kayla, so you don't know at the minute. But Kayla goes, fuck, this just gets better and better. Alright, come on up. So, I would say the rest of you probably go back up and meet the rest of them.
Aye.
Okay. In the meantime, what the rest of you doing? You're all up in the bar area. So...
Game's paused.
Oh, game's paused. There you go. It's on paused.
Real quick, am I still at the helm
You're
driving?
Yeah, you snuck
Then
upstairs.
I'm driving.
You snuck upstairs to the wheel. So at the minute there is Garble, Lilith, Sprink, Nep, and Dulder that are all in the bar area.
I'm gonna arrange a secret meeting with Sprinkle.
Okay, you go over and approach Sprink.
Sorry, who?
Sprink, yeah.
Yo, Sprinkle, I want you to meet me near the helm at night tonight.
Oh.
Why?
Don't worry about it and don't tell anyone. And I pat him on the back and walk away.
Roll a persuasion check? That's a bit dodge.
That's going to
for
be a
fuck's-
19.
Oh god. His insight's pretty... Oh, okay, never mind. Yep, sure, I'll meet you there.
Seeing how this takes place at the table over, I'm wondering if Dolder hears this.
Make a perception check. Oh god, what are you going to do to my poor boy?
I'm trying to be somewhat sneaky, by the way. I'm not like, hey, Sprinkle, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear fuck all.
Yeah, it's okay. You're not overheard.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so yeah, he agrees. Lilith and Garble, what are you doing?
So Garble is pretty much just sitting at the bar, just still getting used to his teammates, but fidgeting with his top hat since we kind of took a dive last time.
Okay.
I'm also just sitting at the bar. I'm just going through my spell book and just having a quick look at what I could have done. Probably better to talk to my Mr. Whale and adding a note to my journal.
Okay.
So I've met a whale.
I met a whale.
I know. I was so excited. It was so good.
Okay.
So I'm just adding that entry into my little diary that I've got in my bag.
Jolly good, jolly good. I would say by the time.
I'm waiting for some coffee.
Well, the bar's there. You can help yourself to coffee. It's just the alcohol that I think Kayla was a little bit protective of.
I'm all about the coffee.
Yeah.
I'm all about the
No, I feel it. I feel it. I would say that in the meantime, while you're having this conversation and stuff, the rest of you that were in the basement have managed to move yourselves up to meet the rest of the crew.
You have to do it for us.
Oh God.
I don't know how to get up.
Help! I've fallen. I can't get up.
Oh God.
As we're walking up, I kind of like, I'm just a little, Azrin is a little surprised at like why Kayla's not reacting, like astounded. So like he just asks like, do you know this person?
Yeah, she's a bit of a celebrity in town.
Celebrity that stows away?
It's complicated. So you all kind of walk into the dining area, and Nep also, as this figure walks in, you also recognise her immediately.
Oh.
Yes, this is Kayla Price. No, sorry, not Kayla Price. I'm getting mixed up between my bloody characters. Celera Price.
Celera?
Celera Price, yes.
How do you spell that?
Oh God, now you're asking me questions. Holy shit.
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
Holy shit.
Celera is Salyar. YRA. Jesus. Celera.
What do I know about her?
You know she's a carrion. Bloody hell, that's Mass Effect. You know that she's a carrion, like yourself. You know that she is pretty much the best at doing what you do. And she's pretty much like a living legend within the town. If anyone wants like a difficult job... What? Go on.
So she's me, but better.
She's the person that you're striving to probably like overpass one day.
Sounds good.
She's the bar that all carrions have been kind of set.
Carrion? What's a carrion? I'm sorry.
You don't know.
Oh, I thought that might be something I need to know. OOC.
No. This is
Okay.
This is stuff that you can ask.
As they come up the stairs and we see, in addition to the party, Dolder will look up and go, I see more rat up here. This ship full of holes.
DM, is there anywhere on the bar like a tip jar or something?
Tip jar. I mean, there's a few empty mugs. If you want to throw some coin in a mug.
Well, yeah, while everyone's distracted, based on our conversation earlier, Azrin just tosses in like 10 gold for his room and board, trying not to make a scene.
Okay, no worries. The rest of you, what are you doing?
Can I make a perception check to see if she has anything valuable on her?
I would say that's more of an investigation check. If you're taking like a really good hold of luck.
I mean, I prefer perception, but
I know. Perception is like if you're you. She's wearing some She's a person. She's wearing like bandaged kind of cloths around her knuckles and stuff. She's wearing quite nice, fanciful kind of blue robes that seem to be quite well made and tailored to her. But other than that, you're not really picking up on anything that's too valuable.
All right.
Anyone else?
So, quick question: how long have we been on the boat now for?
This is your second day, so you've been to sleep once, haven't you? on this so far. So this is the second day of the journey.
This is the same morning that Dolder woke up with some unintentional bondage going on.
Yes, this is the same morning you woke up to being tied to the bed and having a waterlogged teddy bear staring at you from your bedside.
Which you promptly burned.
Which
Yeah, right.
took a while because it was wet, but yeah, promptly burnt.
Cantrips get it done, son.
AR is just super confused, and she hasn't really been paying attention to the conversation, so she just looks at what is it,
Salera.
Salira, and is like, "Did you come from that ship?"
What? No.
Dolder will give a very flat stare to Aera.
Azrin kind of perks up and remembers. Was that log floating in the water from you?
Log? What? What are you on about?
Oh, never mind. Forget it.
Oh god. Okay, there we go. She kind of walks over to the table where Sprink and Nep are sitting and kind of pulls up and kind of gives a nod to Nep of like a recognition of like who he is. By all means, take a seat, everyone, and we can have a chat. Oh god.
My God.
What's
Wow.
wrong?
What's happened?
Oh god.
Oh, did something crash?
It's all dead.
It died. Oh no.
I moved.
Oh,
I
no.
moved my character a single square.
Me too.
Yeah.
You did it at the same time. That's what happened.
Oh no. Oh.
One at a time. Nobody move.
Hey, look. Session 2 for the.
It's like the forest all over again.
Look.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Oh, what a nightmare.
Session
That cave.
Session 2 for the first full-on technical like meltdown. That's not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Made it through one.
Right. Let me.
Because you put so much map on the same map.
Yeah, I bet it is. Well, maybe if you guys would hurry up and get off this fucking boat.
We're trying.
Oof. Listen, the reason why we're still here is because someone did get off the boat.
Oh.
No comment. I
Right.
did what I felt needed to be done.
I've reloaded it and hopefully everyone should be able to join in again.
Get out and self-catapulting might
Um,
have different definitions.
as they come up, Dolder will stand up and we have one more, and he will go to the wheel to get Dion.
Okay. Oh god, it's all gonna break again. Now Dion comes downstairs.
Oh shit! I'll just stay upstairs. You can just imagine. Use your imagination, your mind
I'll-
palace.
I'll
I'm
mu-
downstairs.
I will move you before everyone joins in. There we go. That's
There
a
you go.
better idea.
Oh god, I'm already
Like, I'm
loading.
flipping it.
Yeah, I'm loading it as well, but
Yeah.
I will just say that as Dulder comes up to the wheel, he hears some faint lute music that sounds strangely, possibly like "My Heart Will Go On" from Titanic, but bad.
Of course it is. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Dion, I'm getting it. Cue the penny whistle.
The
So
recorder
loud.
flute. No, it's the recorder flute version.
Oh, that's right. Do, do, do,
The kazoo.
And as
Oh,
Dolder
Bram's favourite
comes
musician.
back with that behind him, you can see him like the eyebrow has already started to twitch.
Okay.
AR just kind of looks at Dion and says, "That's beautiful." So,
Is everybody else loaded in, or?
I'm stuck
Yes,
at 98.
I
so-
refreshed.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
while you're all loading, you kind of you're all sat around the table now at this point. So Salira kind of gives you all like an eye over and says, "Well, ask questions away."
I have a lot. What is going on?
Do you want to be a bit more specific, or?
Well, I was up at the wheel the whole time. I have no idea what's happening. Who's she?
We found her. Ayara kind of looks over to Kayla and says, "Can we keep her?"
Salira's looking very confused
Found
at this. Kayla kind of gives you a bit of a this is Salira Price. She's a bit of a celebrity in town. I think she's probably the most known person other than the Archmage in QK.
Well, then what's she doing stowed away on the ship?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
Is there anything that Dion can roll for like local knowledge or anything to see if they might know anything or have heard anything while they were in town?
You can,
Maybe
but
like a history.
you can. Also, Lilith, if you want to chime in on one of them as well, you can see if you've heard of them.
Say again. I'm completely frozen. FYI. I'm just waiting at the moment.
Yeah,
Did you?
Game is paused, by the way.
Mine just
No,
finished
my
loading.
whole thing is completely frozen.
Did you try to refresh it too?
Yeah, I think it's.
Oh.
I said to Ram earlier, we had loads and loads of power cuts
Yeah.
today, because of all the trees and the winds and stuff. And
Oh yeah.
So at the moment, I'm just I've got nothing kind of working. So bear with me 2 seconds.
Is your
Honestly,
D&D Beyond working?
No,
Oh.
it's currently frozen. So bear with me 2 seconds. Sorry, I was just trying to fix that quickly in silence while you were talking.
No worries. Well, the rest of you can if you want.
Bear with me 2 seconds.
Was it a history roll?
A history roll, and it would be a high DC for those of you that aren't actually from the city of QK. Or would have any.
I'm not gonna bother.
I got a 19.
Damn.
I got a 9.
A 19's pretty good though for this level. Damn. Okay. I would say that yes, I would say that in your time of being in QK and going around the bars and stuff, you'd have heard the name being mentioned once or twice. Basically, from what you could kind of gather, she's probably the person you kind of go to if you want something getting done in the city.
I'm gonna straight up ask her what she's doing here.
She's the doer.
Okay, you ask, and she kind of gives you a very I think you know full well what I'm doing here kind of a look. And she kind of answers. Well,
I'm just gonna leave.
Are you actually gonna leave?
Absolutely.
I
know what she probably wants, and I'm out.
No. You come back because she's gonna pull out a leg and try and stop you from moving away.
Who's the closest person to me right now?
To you is Ayara.
I'm gonna lean over and think. I think she's here to kill one of us.
Ayara looks at Dion horrified.
Nep, if you want to roll a dexterity saving throw, you can try and jump over a leg and try to do a run.
17.
Okay. Oh, bear with me.
I still kind of want to stay in earshot, though. I just don't want to be within vision.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to just dive over a leg with your little nimble self, your little halfling body, and duck out of her way. And she kind of mutters under her breath like, little shit.
That I am.
She kind of sighs as you kind of go away, knowing that it's a boat. You're not going to get very far. And she says, and kind of looks at the three of you that are actually still in the room, so Quitha, Stulda, and Dion, and says, basically, the other night, I saw a bunch of, I won't say acquaintances, but fellow carrions of ours, heading quite intently to the Pink Pearl. I followed them, thinking something was going to crack off, and lo and behold, I witnessed a big barroom brawl. I saw the bunch.
If you are here for the little shit, you will have problem with me.
I'm not here for the little shit. I'm here for the little shit's item.
Item that's a little bit vague, don't you think?
His item?
No, not.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
Giggity.
Look, okay. Basically, do you even know what he did?
I don't even know who he is.
No.
Yeah.
We were just told that we would get money if we took him somewhere.
Okay. Basically, he stole from the Archmage of the city. Now...
Hold on, AJ's having some
Okay.
connectivity problems. He can't queue in.
Oh. Everything's going wrong.
I know.
At
See?
the mention of Archmage, Dalder's eyes just kind of get the 1,000-yard stare in them.
Okay.
What'd I miss? Sorry.
Are you back?
I'm back. I'm fixed.
Yay!
Basically, Solera tried to stop Nep from doing a runner, but she failed, so he managed to duck out the door. And she mentioned that he'd stolen an item from the Archmage of Q-Key.
Okay.
And she mentioned that she happened to see a bunch of people that work in the same line of expertise as her go to the Pink Pearl, which is a tavern, and saw the other group that you weren't part of get involved into a barroom brawl where they managed to slip away and sneak onto this boat before sailing off into the night.
So basically, the other group brought her, led her to our boat. Okay.
She kind of stealthed along and hopped on.
Gotcha.
Is AJ alive yet?
Sounds negative.
He's muted and deafened there, maybe. AJ?
I see him trying to queue, but...
Yeah, it's queuing, but it's not coming through.
It's really weird.
Cool difficulties. It's not just me.
It's all going on.
There's a benefit to me not using push to talk.
I was about to say, just centralize your mic, Cokes.
Lean in real close.
Yeah.
Have you checked in soundbar that all the values are set?
I was gonna say if he's using push to talk, then whenever he presses to talk, it'll just light up. You might not have any mic input.
Right.
He's trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if there's anyone that can figure it out, it's Geek
Pretty
Squad.
much, yeah.
It's old Geek Squad, that's right.
So, in the meantime, would any of you like to input anything into the conversation?
I would like to prep a dagger.
You would like? You would
Just
what?
like, I just want to be holding a dagger.
You want to be holding a dagger? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Dulder has the 1,000-yard stare. I'm gonna have the stare of the lady who's trying to like do math in her head.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out who an archmage is and what he could have possibly stolen and what did I get myself into now.
Okay. And the rest of you?
We were set to guard his life, not the contents of his pocket.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm not here to kill the little shit, you know, he's...
Goddamn right you're not.
There's far worse in QK than him.
So what did he steal?
It's kind of classified.
Yeah, it's boring.
Lilith, are you up and running yet?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit confused because I don't know what's been asked and what hasn't. So she's got on the boat because she's running from someone.
No, she was following the other group.
But why was she following the other group?
In particular, Nep. Basically, he's stolen something from the Archmage and she's been tasked to kind of get it back.
Okay, so they stole something in your group 0, I assume.
They?
Hey!
Strong accusations there.
Okay, Nep stole something.
Nail-
in
Thief
0,
did some
so-
thieving.
Nep did some thieving in his past and now it's catching up to him.
Right.
past like last week.
Well, no, it was about 2 days ago. It was the night of,
Yeah.
of your meeting. To be fair.
Yeah, I missed a bit, so I didn't know what had been asked and what hadn't been asked.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say to you, you can roll a history check if you would like, and I'd say roll it with advantage.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
He's alive.
He's
It's
alive.
like it's my job or something.
Okay, we're all back now.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to roll a history check, Lilith?
I'm still really lost. I'm sorry. I feel like I've missed so much because I was in silence for a while.
You really haven't.
You haven't really missed
I-
anything.
I stole something. This girl wants it, and she's followed me
I'm not too
onto
sure
the boat.
why I would roll a history check for that.
Because I'm asking
Uh,
you, because she told her name is Solera Price, and I'm asking you if you want to roll a history check to see if you've heard of her.
And he's the DM, so you should listen to him.
Yes.
I know, but I would probably not be the best person to roll a history check because I don't get around much from my backstory. That's what I was just thinking.
You might have missed, but it was divulged earlier that the people that have that in the group that are from QK like recognized her, so she's apparently relatively famous.
It was.
Right. Okay.
It's
I
more.
missed that.
Yeah. It's more down to your line of work of what you've been doing of why you may know her.
Right. Yeah, I missed all of that, so that's why I was
Yes.
confused. Thank
So
you for
just
clarifying that.
just roll. If you'd have rolled the history check, I might have told you why you might have known. But roll it and roll it
How
at
do I do that one on here again?
advantage. So go to the long skills list, right click,
Yes.
roll with advantage, and then click roll.
Future reference,
There you go.
Lilith or Soph. If the DM asks you to roll,
Just fucking roll. Yeah.
Yeah,
A
but
lot
I
No
needed to know
questions
the-
asked.
I needed to know the story of why I was rolling. 'cause
Don't
I missed
question
that
it.
whole thing.
Well, sometimes
lot-
he may ask you to roll, and then he'll tell you after, like, why you're rolling, basically.
Yes.
Just a little bit of insight. 'Cause I
well,
missed everything.
It doesn't matter. You rolled right. 13. With a 13, the name sounds somewhat familiar. And you start to think back to your time in Eastrun, and you remember that it was probably one of the names that was mentioned to you as someone of interest to search in QKey for you to go and talk to for your inquiries.
As in, like, my backstory, my search for
Yes.
my brother kind of thing.
Yes.
Oh, see.
Yes.
Got it. Right.
Sorry if I missed something, but did Nep say that he stole something out loud?
No.
Okay, just making sure.
Solera did. Solera mentioned that Nep had stolen something and that she was trying to get it back.
And Nep also skedaddle, jumped the fuck out of the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is probably lurking outside the doorway, listening in very intently.
That no one
So-
could see.
We were just here thinking we were spending a night, and now we're mixed up in this. Are we in danger by being here with you guys?
It sounds like we were the only ones actually invited onto the ship, so it sounds like a you and Sprinkle problem.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Damn.
Yeah,
Look.
Dion's sassy, by the way.
Yeah.
We did not know at the time that he did not have the authority to invite us onto this boat.
Solera at this point kind of pipes up and goes, I wouldn't be surprised if other people were out looking for the item. Just be glad that I was the first one to catch up to you.
So I think it'd be fair if we all know what we're dealing with. What did he steal?
You wouldn't even tell me, and look at me. I'm so charming.
We can be extra charming.
You are in a suit.
Ajran, roll a persuasion check. See if you can try
Oh
and
boy.
coax it out of her.
Oh, man, I could have rolled a persuasion.
He asked first. 16?
Technically, I asked what Nep has stolen, and you just said it's classified. And I said, one.
Yeah, but he gave it better.
Just do it anyway.
Oh shit, hang on. That wasn't me. Ignore me. I'm on the wrong page.
Ooh. Mm.
Welcome back.
Hello?
Sorry, it Yeah, I just don't know what's going on.
You having troubles?
Yeah, literally, it's just.
The weatherman.
Oh,
I would say then with a combination of both of your questions then, because yes, I probably should have let you have a persuasion check on that one as well.
I'm gonna roll it.
You're gonna roll.
It was garbage. But I have a +6, so that's why I wanted to roll it.
Yeah.
Well,
Proud of you.
I'd say as a combination because she rolled really shitty on kind of her save off the persuasion. She kind of gives a look to Kayla and says, "Can you at least get me a drink? Because I've been down in that fucking shithole storeroom for the past couple of days." So, Kayla,
And Azrin just laughs and be like, "You guys are friends?"
we're not friends, but I know her, and I'm pretty sure she knows me. And Kayla kind of gives a nod and heads over to the bar, makes a drink, brings it back over, and sets it in front. It's not non-alcoholic for a start. She ain't giving out no free drinks.
I was about to say.
Yeah. So Salira kind of takes a big thirsty sip and kind of sets about telling this like long-winded story, which isn't going to be that long-winded, don't worry. Oh God, where to begin? Basically, in QK there is. I'm sure you all saw the big tower with the big glowing crystal.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
Basically, about 120 years ago, we got a new archmage that came to the town at that point. It was only a small little like fishing village. He came over, did some wizardy research bullshit on the crystal, and hey presto, discovered a way of creating a power source for magical enchantments into different engineering works. I don't know, I'm not a gnome. Turns out these little crystals were really useful inventing these new contraptions. And the gnomes ate it all up. The city grew, prospered, but the town's guard were really set on keeping these crystals within the actual city borders. The Arcane Order were very interested in it, obviously, because obviously magic has to be all regulated. So they sent quite a few investigations over to the city, but whatever the Archmage was saying seemed to keep him at bay. And Quithus, your passive perception's quite high.
Hi.
So I would say that as soon as she mentions the Arcane Order, you notice kind of Kayla get a little bit tense and twitchy. So basically, cut back to this day in present. Crystals have never left the city, and of all the people stupid enough to try and steal one, it seems your friend here decided it was a good idea to steal one. That being said, we were approached beforehand by some unknown high elf asking us to do the same thing. Obviously, the crystals are quite lucrative in QK, so we didn't really want to shit on our doorstep, as it were. And chances were that this high elf was probably working for the Arcane Order. So we told him to fuck off politely. And it seems that he's bumped into Nep here and got him to do the dirty deed for him. So now it's my job to recover the crystal, take it back. Anything else?
You say take back. Are you taking back to wizard owner or high elf filth?
QK, back to the wizard, the archmage.
And we're
Since I'm
certain that he still
listening-
has it on him.
Since I'm listening in, can I roll to see if she's lying?
Roll an insight check.
I think we'd all like to do that.
Roll inside checks.
Sure,
11.
mine's weak.
Mine's high. Well, not with that roll.
Oh,
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 oh shit!
Ooh.
Oh shit!
oh, damn! We had two.
Gold.
We had 2 nat 20s.
Holy shit!
Nice.
I am staring into her soul!
Our minds have linked together, and we're both just glaring at her.
You just see the anime style. She looks over his 2 glowing ass eyes looking at her.
My one brain cell has linked with his brain, and I am glaring.
She is completely telling the truth.
Cool.
Do we all know this or just?
I would
just by the
say,
end?
well, Dion and Dulda definitely, and I would say Ayara too would know that she's telling the truth, and Ajran, you also can tell. She's being pretty honest.
Say you take it back. What happens to the boy?
I don't want the boy. He can go do whatever the fuck he wants.
Well, I'd say she can have the fucking crystal. I don't care.
Since you are returning to rightful owner, we will return item to you.
Yeah, what he
Aye.
said.
That's just.
Well, the thing is, you've made it complicated.
How so?
By being in the middle of the ocean?
Well, that's another big thing, yes. But also, look, the people that I work for are now very curious to see exactly what this high elf wants with the crystal. And you can see she kind of reaches into her, without the better term of saying what it is, cleavage, and pulls out this necklace. And at the end of it, you see a dull kind of blue kind of gem hanging from this kind of chain. I was given this. This is pretty much a deactivated version of the one that Nep stole. I'm to go. The original idea was that I was meant to intercept Nep, take the original gem back, and go and meet his informant over in Vidal, and present them with the dull crystal, so that I could find out what exactly it is that they want from it.
Why has that complicated it for us?
Oh, it's not complicated it for us. You've just complicated it for me because we're in the middle of the ocean and we're heading to Vidal, I would assume.
I think what my friend is trying to ask is, why do we care?
I'm not asking
He
if you
motions to be like thank you with his hand.
care. I don't give a shit if you care or not.
All right.
She's a bit of a diamond in the rough. She's takes no bullshit, gives no bullshit kind of a thing.
So matter
OOC,
stands. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say OOC. Half the party doesn't give a shit either.
So matter stand. You get glowy gem, we take boy. Once we hit the docks, we split.
I mean, that's down to you. I'm gonna split no regardless.
Just a question. What if Nep doesn't have the crystal?
I was wondering the same thing.
She kind of gives you a look of like, really, and she says, he could be a little shit, but I know he's good at what he does, and the only 2 people in the Carrions that had the ability to steal this gem is me and him.
You keep saying this word carrions. What is that?
It's like a job title. There's different kind
Like-
of what?
Little thief?
No. I mean, thievery is part of the Carrions in different branches and subsectors, if you want to call it that.
Smuggling.
That's more along the lines. We do a range of different things. We deliver messages, we deliver packages. You know, QK is quite a difficult city to kind of maneuver around, and we're quite fast on our feet. We get deliveries around very, very quickly. Depending
And
on
if he,
you.
if he does have said crystal, what if he doesn't give it up?
Well, that's on him. I'm not going to force him to.
Can I
Now
ask you a
hold on.
question?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think I must have missed something. What is this? You said a switch between a boy. I think I missed something again.
Sorry, what?
Nep is the boy.
No, they were talking about net, but
Oh.
someone said something about a different boy.
You're breaking
I
up.
think I've missed something again.
I think AJ was just referring to Nep as the boy.
Right. So yeah,
Because he's
that's something
tiny.
I keep
Because
finding
he's-
out. I think it's just the storm over here.
No worries.
Honestly, my voice thing is like it keeps going to like 1,000. It's so
Don't worry about it.
bad.
I'm sorry.
Shit happens.
Right now. I keep like I'm in like sentences and then it's just pure silence and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here until it comes back.
I'm so sorry.
I'll
Hopefully,
give you a little recap.
yeah, I'll give you a little recap after the session's done. I'll give you a little lowdown of what's cracked up.
Also, watch
real-
the stream and see if it comes through the stream.
That's
Can't.
Yeah, if the
Okay, never mind.
if the internet's bad, sure, watching a stream would be even worse.
I had to stream up. It's freezing. It's not internet. It's because of the storm here.
Yeah, I'll give you a little rundown after the session. Don't worry about it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I messaged you. I was like, I'm lost. I was like, I keep missing bits.
Yeah. Oh god, I'll just message you saying that.
Okay, so they're just referring as Nep as the boy. Okay, I thought it was
Yes.
two people. I was like, who have we introduced now?
real quick.
Yep.
I want to run over to the kitchen and grab my crystal that I have and hide it behind the fridge.
You want to go back inside?
Oh, is the kitchen in the?
Yeah, it's inside. Yeah.
Okay. Fuck that! I'm going somewhere else.
I thought he was gonna say I'm gonna go into the kitchen and grab another dagger.
Oh no, I have enough daggers on me. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So real quick, back in character. So if someone hired you to get this crystal, and he has the same job, we need to find out who hired him and why they need it.
I would assume it was the guy that approached us, the high elf. We didn't get.
So why would he be running away from the high elf then?
He isn't. The high elf is in Vidal, I would assume. The city of Vidal is pretty much a high elf city. It's their great bastion city.
I've never been.
Have any of you?
OC, Dalder all of a sudden looks like he just smelled something that does smell really, really bad.
OOC, I don't know. Have I been there before?
No, none of you,
Okay.
none of you aside from Garble possibly may have been there before.
Yeah.
Would I know?
No, you
You've
wouldn't.
no one else.
No, you'd have never been that far. I'm sorry.
Oh, now I'm sad.
So,
Garble's
no.
Like,
Uh,
I've been everywhere, man.
Garble's been all over.
Gets around.
He
Can't
did-
keep his face locked down in one place for too long, you know.
Gross.
So she's kind of getting a little bit like more comfortable now. So she kind of rests her elbows on the table and kind of leans her chin onto her hands. She says, "Look, to be fair, as long as the crystal goes back to Kuki at some point, I'm not going to force the kid to. I keep calling him a kid. He's fucking probably older than me. I'm not going to force him to hand over the crystal. All I want to do is go and meet with this high elf before he gets there to find out exactly what this high elf wants with the crystal in the first place. You see, if he is working with the Arcane Order, I don't want him having his hands on a working crystal. But at the same time, things have kind of been getting a little bit out of... I wouldn't say... No, not control. things have been a little bit tense in QK lately in regards to our high mage. And we're not quite sure on which side we're meant to be putting our trust in.
I see.
So if they have information that may be beneficial to us in Vidal, then I'd be happy to hear it.
Well, let's go to Vidal.
Okay.
It's
We're
not like we
already
have
on
much
our way
choice.
there.
I mean, we're already on the way there, yes.
And as I say we're already on the way there, I look at me, I look at Kayla, and I look at Sprink, and I realize that nobody's driving the boat.
Yep.
And I run upstairs.
Roll a perception check.
Okay. Man, that almost was an 18. And then the stupid browser
Nine.
wall.
Oh, God. An 8. Yeah, it looks fine. You don't see anything. Just
Okay, cool.
pure open water.
Yeah, great.
Yep.
Great.
That's fun.
Great.
And you all hear the faint tunes of Titanic's
My heart will go on.
Start to play again.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? Do you have any more questions for Celera?
I do.
Okay.
There we go. Well, I feel like I missed out, so.
No. Phil.
Okay. There we go. So, what would have happened if we weren't going to Vidal? If we weren't heading that way, what would you have done?
Well, given the fact that you've left QK, you're heading east, and the only city along there is Vidal, I kind of narrowed down my options, especially with the state of the ship.
West.
How
West,
are you
sorry.
certain? What?
Thank
How are
you.
certain we could have gone anywhere.
Honestly, I'm surprised you made it this far in this rust bucket.
Well, you're quite rude, aren't you? No need to be touchy. I was just asking a question.
I'm not being touchy.
you
I'm just being logical.
You chanced your luck, and I just wanted to clarify on
Okay.
how you knew exactly where we were going to go.
Roll, while you're standing in front of her and asking her this question, roll a perception check.
Come on.
Okay.
19.
Very good. She's giving you a very, very close look, like she's kind of reading you very closely.
Well, you said I've kind of heard of her before, didn't you?
I said that she was a name that was mentioned to you to go and meet.
Okay. I've got my eye on you.
She's got her eye very firmly set on you too. There seems to be.
She knows things.
She seems to have like a look of almost like a recognition of something.
You know my brother, don't you?
Do you ask that?
Careless whispers start to play in the
Yeah, I'm
background.
going to ask that because we look alike. So in my
Okay.
description, we look alike. So he just has the other half of his hair dyed the other way.
So yeah, you ask her, and she kind of yeah, go on.
No, I asked. I don't know if you heard it.
Do you mention your brother's name?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It cut out, I think.
Okay.
I think. Oh my god, my thing's at 1,200.
It's okay.
I'm gonna cut out
So,
in a minute, I think.
As soon as you mention your brother's name, you just see a big grin flash across her face. She went,
Where's my brother?
I don't know, he left Vidal about 2 years ago. He left QK 2 years ago.
I don't believe her.
Roll an inside
that
check.
Seem right. 10, 12.
It's hard to tell.
I don't trust you. I think you know exactly where it is. I don't believe
Oh,
anything you're saying to me.
I mean, I'm not lying. He rolled into QK about 3 years ago. Spent a bit of time in QK and made his way over to Vidal of all places. Aren't you lucky and fortunate?
No.
Oh. She kind of turns away from you like, okay, weirdo.
What a bitch. I just kind of stand there thinking, where the fuck is Eli? It's got to be around here somewhere.
Is he on the boat?
It could be.
Fucking might as well be.
Everyone else is. Okay. Anyone else?
Well, if the half-blood is done with her yabbering, let's go get you your rock.
Okay.
Aye.
So do you all go looking for Nep?
Yes.
Duh.
Okay. Nep, where are you?
I'm straight out, right outside the door.
Okay.
But as soon as, since I'm in earshot,
Okay.
as soon as they walk out, I'm going to hold the knife up to my throat and look at Dalder and say, "You're not getting this rock if I die."
Beautiful. I am going to cast command and command him to drop.
Okay, is that a saving throw?
Damn.
It is a spell, yes. It is a Wisdom 14 spell saving throw.
Okay, roll a saving throw, Nep.
Come on. Hey.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
Shit.
He saves.
Oh shit, dude.
The knife presses even deeper into his throat, and you see a little bit of blood trickle out to see that he's actually being serious.
Dalder, look.
If you
The
think
rock-
you can die when I do not want you to die, you are a bigger idiot than thought. Drop knife now.
The rock stays on me. I'm sorry, the rock is tied to my life. You want the rock? You have to get me out alive.
I will get you alive to Vodal as per contract. The rest can be discussed.
Well, the rock is staying on me. I'm sorry, but not really.
Celera pipes up and goes, like I said, I don't want the kid to die. And she kind of stops herself, because you keep calling him a kid, and she's like, he's a fucking halfling, he's probably older than me. Like, looking at...
I'm 24.
Yeah, looking at Celera, you can see she's quite young. She's like about 20, 19, 20. Quite a young human.
Alright, explain.
I mean, as long as you promise not to go and meet the high elf, I can go and meet him. Well, you can go and meet the high elf, but don't give him the real crystal.
Not you, him.
Oh. And she kind of...
What do you want me to explain?
Why we not take rock from you now? Why you being dramatic?
Well, I kind of like valuable things, and this rock is quite valuable.
That's putting it lightly.
Enough to die for?
I mean, yeah.
Nothing's worth that.
We both have different opinions. I'm sorry.
Clearly, as he swigs the rest of his drink and just sits back.
So, like, trying to diffuse the situation, Celera kind of just goes, look, he could keep the crystal up until we get to Vidal. At which point, I want it back. As long as the High Elf doesn't get it, because it can't fall into the hands of the Arcane Order. I don't even want to think about what would happen if they got their hands on something like that.
Considering how much everybody really wants this crystal,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody's gonna get it apart from me. I'm not gonna give it to the High Elf.
You just want to keep it.
Give it to you.
You just want to keep it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Now I want to keep it.
Okay.
Everybody wants it.
You're a bit of a kleptomaniac.
A little
by any
bit.
chance.
A little bit.
Can I
My
can I
precious.
do a roll to see if Nep is like hiding his true intentions?
Roll an inside check.
Okay, insight.
And Nep, roll a persuasion or a deception, depending on which you're going through.
18.
Okay, so he seems persuasion or
Oh, sorry, that was performance. I
Yeah.
clicked the wrong thing. It was the same modifier. It's 13 now.
okay. So
Damn.
he seems like he's being honest. He just wants, he likes shinies. He wants to keep it. It's precious.
OOC here. Sadly, that logic does not fly super well with clerics. So yeah.
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 Well, there are only so many places you can hide something on oneself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but Dulder won't get paid for keeping me alive.
If you think we cannot get Rock without killing you, you are once more stupid.
Well, you approach me, and I will slit my own throat.
And I will have you healed before you die, dumbass.
I'm gonna back away towards the water.
Okay.
So basically, if anything happens, I'll just fall into the water.
Okay.
And the other guy here has already proven he can swim.
Oh, yeah, I know you guys can swim. As I'm just gonna make your life a pain in the ass.
You will make it pain until we catch you and then put you in pile down below.
You're
Don't
tearing
make it
this
any harder
family
than it has to,
apart.
my man.
Look, you guys aren't getting this crystal from me. I'm sorry. This is just the way it has to be.
You
Uh,
my
really
character
do
just
not understand your own position of bargaining here.
Go on, Garble.
Garble hears all this commotion, goes towards the smaller people, and attempts to say, "Kids, there's no need to fight all on the boat. We can wait with all this squabbling until we're there, right?"
I like that idea. Yeah.
I mean, Solera's been pretty much kind of keeping a very close eye on everyone kind of going, I mean, that's what I have been saying.
Yeah, but you're not Garble. I'm sorry.
And Kayla's kind of just frozen at the minute. She's oh god, fucking Quithus with his passive insight. Yeah, I would say. Oh no, you're outside now, aren't you, Quithus?
I mean, I'm outside the door.
Yeah, but you're a bit too far away to notice anything. Okay.
I haven't been moving. Obviously, Dolder is no longer sitting at the table. He's basically with the group at the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting on the bar stool there. I'm not actually with the group.
It's right. It was Quithus has got quite high passive perception. That's all.
Had I stayed inside, I might have gleaned something.
Yeah, might have noticed something else, but yeah. Kayla kind of the little gnomeling kind of comes out and says, "I think we all should just take a nice deep breath, calm down, and worry about this in a few days' time. We've still got a long way to go."
I agree. For now, nobody's getting off this boat either way.
Agreed.
Exactly.
And in the meantime, strip poker.
Sprink just fucking
God damn it.
runs.
Does Dion hear the word strip poker from upstairs?
Roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Yep, you hear it.
All of a sudden, you hear hooves on wood as I'm running down the stairs.
God damn
Is something
it.
poker?
Ayara just looks at Dion and goes, "Where your clothes at?"
Don't worry about it.
It's supposed to be
Thought
stripping.
you had to
wild.
pilot ship to avoid hitting trees.
Oh god, you're right. I put my recorder, my flute in my mouth, and I start fucking tooting as I run back upstairs.
Yeah, each step you kind of go, you just hear a different note being played. Like,
Can Ayara scan the horizon, like the water ahead of us?
yeah, sure.
What roll?
Perception check.
It's a 12.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear. Just
Okay.
wide open ocean. What's everyone else doing?
Oh, can I ask something, OOC, real quick?
Sure.
So Salira doesn't care if Nip has it. She just wants to make sure
She just wants to make sure
this half elf person isn't working for the Order.
that high elf,
she-
yeah.
Yeah, high elf. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Well, she's also made it clear that she needs that thing to get back to the city, right? Or did she say that that's no longer even part of her objective?
It eventually needs to
She,
go back to
it
the city, is what I
eventually needs
heard.
to go back, yeah.
Right.
She doesn't trust it being outside of QK.
So she's just basically monitoring Nip for now. She's not really aggressing.
No, she's basically just keeping a very close eye on the whole kind of perception of the group,
Okay.
with a very firm eye on Nep.
Well, if we are starting to filter back into the main room, Dolder will speak to Quithos in Celestial. Normally, I would have sent this in the messages, but since we're doing it here, instead, and he will in Celestial tell Quithos that it seems like this rock not being returned to the city will cause quite a bit of civil unrest potentially and be a hazard to the city's safety. So it does need to go back.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get it away from Nep without him hurting himself.
OOC clerics doing cleric things.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah,
End
lawful good.
scene.
Woo!
Lilith, are you still alive?
Yep.
Anything you want to do?
I think everyone basically did everything. Sorry, I was just
It's all good.
my mic
It's
was
okay.
going down a little bit. I was like,
Activity, no.
I know.
Ayara kind of sidles up next to Nep and kind of looks at him and goes, "Where is it right now?"
I'm not answering that.
She looks very disappointed.
Nice try.
The feminine wiles failed.
I'd bet Garble could get it out of him.
I mean, I tried, if possible, to approach
I know.
and into your shot. And
I mean, yeah, you can walk out the door and
Yeah.
poke your head out.
while I am not, what's the word? I'm not trying to take the crystal from you, Nep, but I'm just wondering, what is the worth? Because all shinies have worth.
It's worth more than you think. Like, probably a lot more than you think. It's a very important crystal.
As if we could find a buyer, you mean?
Oh, we could absolutely find a buyer for this. Or we can even sell it back to the city. I'm sure they would be happy to buy it off of me.
I like the idea of having to sell something that they want instead of actually giving it back to them.
Is
Yeah,
this said with
I
an
love
earshot
that.
of the rest of us? Question mark.
Oh yeah,
I-
you guys can
Yeah,
all hear
I'm
this.
standing right
I was
here.
gonna say, yeah.
absolutely hear this.
You're at the doorway too, so I'd say that you probably hear that as well.
Oh, everyone already knows that I'm out for myself. I'm not doing this for the good of everything.
I put my hand on Garble's shoulder. Listen, my friend, you're not making this any easier. You don't want to make it more difficult than it needs to be.
Is this?
I just give you a big grin and just go along with it, man.
When
We
we
shall
get
see.
to Budal, this gem goes back to rightful owner.
As soon as we land, or
Before we land.
oh, before we land. All right. We'll see. For now, can we still have like another day's worth of going? So can we just?
At this point, like, you hear a little gnomish voice in the back kind of go, about 2 days.
Sorry, we have like 2 days worth of going. So can we just concentrate on keeping the ship afloat and not dying, and then we can deal with this crystal thing on downtime?
Sure.
For now.
Okay. Is there anything else any of you want to do during the day? Any like conversations with anyone, or?
I'm gonna try to speak thieves' cant to Garble, in hoping that he knows it.
Do you garble?
Sorry, thieves. What?
Thieves can't.
Thieves' cant.
I think it's
It'll be
Uh,
on your languages.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
no.
see, I think that's
Damn.
literally only for rogues. Like only rogues
Yeah.
can learn it.
Yeah.
I think other characters can learn it, but
They can learn
It's
it
rare.
if they enter certain organizations, but it's something
Yeah.
that they normally
Yeah.
learn later on. So no, unfortunately.
I bet you somebody
Damn.
else on
But-
this boat knows it.
I was gonna say, what do you try and say in Thieves Can't?
it was just a who Garble do you speak thieves' cant.
Okay.
Nothing interesting because I
Everyone
knew
just
Solaris
stares at Nep.
news.
Like, what?
They're basically just answering a very joking man, like.
All right, asshole.
From inside the doorway, you hear Solera pipe up. No, but I do.
Yeah, I knew you did. That's fine.
So no other conversations. No one wants to have little private meetings.
I kind of just motion to Dolder and Quithos, and just say, like, I feel like you guys are getting a shitty job. This thief seems to have his own intentions.
He is not making it easy. As soon as we hit Vadal and he is alive, our job is done.
Okay. So
But
unless
that gem will go back to rightful owner.
go on.
I know it's a bit late for this, but what are your names?
Solera just kind of laughs and she went, "You mean you're not all together as one group?"
Oh no.
That explains a lot.
Said with such
Real quick, Gary.
disgust.
AR is looking at Quithis expectantly.
I'm Quithis, protector of the weak.
She looks over at Dolder.
I think
He just
It's just a
AFK.
BRB.
real quick.
Yeah.
You look
Yeah.
over to to
I look over around Quithis' shoulder to look at Nep.
My name's Nep. I'm surprised you didn't know this already.
Surprised? Why?
Because that's all everybody's been talking about for the past, hour.
Oh, they were talking about you. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say just face bomb.
And then Dion is Dion's still up on at the wheel, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
hear
yeah.
you can hear just like a few little notes being like tooted on down
Okay.
the stairs.
Quithis will say, and our friend at the wheel is Dion.
Oh, the musician.
Aye.
Okay. Well, I'm Ayara.
And
Nice to
I
meet
just
you.
kind of raise my hand in half-ass wave and just Azrin.
And Ayara elbows Garble in the side.
Oh, I tipped my hat and was like, Garble, charmed.
And you, in the corner? Motioning to
Lilith.
Who
Did
just
you
DC'd.
disconnect?
And she
Probably.
disappeared.
I think
Yep.
I think she DC. So
Vanishes.
Pocket sand.
so yeah, she kind of just kind of waves and kind of gives it. Hi, I'm Lilith.
Hello?
Hello.
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 It keeps cutting out.
It's so good. It was just a couple of introductions, people just telling each other their names
Just our names, that's it.
in the second session.
I'm
Yep.
so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so
Some of
Nice
us
to
had
meet
some
you guys.
introductions.
I can help you with any of your plant needs.
Just gonna say this: she was trying to water tomatoes dead tomatoes with salt water, so may not be the most reliable source.
Azrin just cuts him off and says, "Leave it."
Leave it.
Oh, I need that. She's
Forget
great
about
at
it.
plants.
Era looks a little proud of herself.
Yeah.
I kind of try to lock eyes with Quithus, and in Draconic, I say, this gnome or this halfling is swindling you. He has other intentions that you guys are gonna have to deal with.
How do you know this?
I don't, but I don't trust him.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
It's healthy not to trust me.
It was
We're
in
learning that.
Draconic.
Yeah, I know. This is
Right.
actually
Oh,
it's
see.
just
see.
healthy not to.
Garble starts to hear different languages all of a sudden being flown just right and left, and it starts to say like right, and I just do my little motion with my hands and start casting comprehend languages, the ritual cast.
Celera kind of looks over and is like, God, are you all greenhorns?
Greenhorns? Question mark.
Yeah.
She kind of gives like a bit of a sigh and looks at you all and goes, "You're about to go to Vidal,
Aye.
the high elf city where the arcane order is at its most prevalent. It's the home of the arcane academy. And you're all just kind of freeballing spells around. Like, do you all have licenses?"
I got my license right here, and I motion to my dagger. That's still pressed against
I thought
my
you were gonna
throat.
put up your middle finger.
Do they give licenses to people who live in the forest? What would it look like?
She's bemused by you. She's just like, how have you survived? And she kind of goes, look.
I'm back.
Oh, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Good timing.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I got a family call.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
worries.
no worries. Introduce yourself.
Who was asking?
Ayara.
Yeah.
Dalder would just look at her and Dalder Sky Shield. That is all you need to know.
Well, as I said, I'm Ayara. I can help you with any of your. Oh, okay.
Damn.
Cold.
So, as you were saying about Vidal.
Vidal, yeah.
Yeah, so these magic licenses, how does one go about getting one of those?
They're normally handed out to people that are either from the academy or people that are in league with the academy or the arcane order.
Right. Okay, so do we need to apply?
I mean, if that's what you're going for, you can.
But then they know about us.
What? I mean, there's... What?
Then they know who we are.
Oh, yeah, you'd apply to
No,
be
thank
in the academy. She's very confused by you.
I think AR is pretty confused by her too.
Ayara is pretty confused in general.
So like, Celera kind of gives like a bit of a sigh, kind of think like, right, how do I explain this to a child? Magic is very strictly prohibited in a lot of places in this continent. Yes? Okay, good.
International waters are the rules apply.
I'm not sure that's how it works, but sure. I would suggest that if you're going to Vidal, you either try and talk to the academy, try and get some licenses or passes so that you can cast a few low level spells probably. I wouldn't suggest going around to the different taverns throwing a bunch of like fire spells around.
AR glares at Garble.
I was waiting for that.
But you may get away with a few, odd cantrips or a few little less violent spells.
So if we use magic without the license, what happens?
Are you back in?
Fine, a slap on the wrist.
Are you back inside, Quithus?
I am, yes.
You notice that Kayla has tears streaming down her face.
Oh shit.
And she kind of pipes up and goes, "People that don't have licenses generally go missing."
Huh.
Damn, if only I knew magic.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
Kayla fucking glares at you fucking evilly.
Oh, yeah.
No, you wouldn't know.
So did none of us have licenses?
No.
I don't believe so.
No. I mean, it's in terms of magic, I would say that you would have a basic idea of what the arcane order tend to normally look out for, and it's more of the arcane nature. So, divine magic and natural nature imbued magic isn't really something that they tend to control as such. It's the pure arcane.
Good to know. So I can just go willy nilly.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask how that affected the clerics.
I was about to say, because I feel like we are have to be deeply ingrained in the society.
Both you and Dulda roll in just intelligent check, just an intelligence one, just across the top.
Nope.
Nope.
Negative.
That is a hard negative.
Y'all are dumb.
This is coming from
The one brain cell shared in the
Listen,
divine.
I am very wise. I am not very intelligent.
Okay, yeah. Neither of you would really have a clue.
That's how I feel in real life sometimes.
Just real quick question here, because I don't know what I missed while I was on a phone call real quick.
Sure.
Is the organization in Vodal, has it been either stated, or if I know from previously if that is a elven organization?
It's not an elven organization as such. It's pretty much a continent-wide thing. You know that I would say that nearly every single one of you would know that each major city or town is overrun by an archmage, which kind of overruns like the day-to-day runnings of the city. And the high mage, which is the highest of all the mages in the arcane order, is a advisor to the king that lives in Phosha, the capital city.
Now, AR has been living in the forest alone for quite some time, so she's a bit out of touch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't say.
Yep.
Would Adrian know this stuff? I mean,
yeah,
his place has been okay.
This is basic governmental knowledge of pretty much nearly everyone.
It'd be like knowing that your town has a mayor.
Yeah, basically.
Even if you don't know the mayor's name, you know there is.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
While Garble has his spell active, I'm gonna speak to him in Halfling and say to come meet me up near the helm tonight.
At the same time as Sprink.
Yes, at the same time as Sprinkle.
Okay.
And Garble gives a slight little nod in agreement.
Okay.
And Kayla too, right?
No,
Kayla's a gnome.
Oh, my mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone else is a halfling here, so.
Yeah, no. You're the only halfling.
Perfect.
Ooh, hang on. Wait. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, no one else hears.
Foiled again. Sweet.
Curses! Adding on to the kind of little bits of information that you've kind of been passing around about the Arcane Order, Solera obviously mentions that the academy was there, so people. It's generally not a place for kids to go. It's normally if you're 18 and above. It's kind of once you leave school and you've been given quite high grades, the Arcane Order or the Academy would go out and reach out to these different kind of students that have excelled quite well and bring them over to the Academy to enroll in their institution. But people can go and apply there if you wish. So if that was something that you guys would want to do, I'd suggest going and talking to the Academy.
Okay, list. We should write down a list of things to do when we get to Vidal. Number 1, go to Academy. Right?
Sure.
I'm not going to the academy. That sounds like a death trap.
Azrin just pipes up a little bit and just like the only one I've seen throwing around arcane is the dapper gentleman here. Everyone else seems to not do that kind of thing.
Ayara is also brushing that kind of thing as well with her little eldritch blasts that have been popping off.
I was in character, so I didn't know that.
You've seen them.
I know, but I didn't know it was arcane.
Ah.
And so far,
I'm a basic bitch.
And so far, our magic has been done solely to benefit the group.
Right.
Yep.
Ayara glares at Garble. My eyebrows are still growing back.
Yeah, you feel
a few singed ears here or there is not my concern.
Good thing I have this salve I made from the plants I'm keeping alive in my pockets.
I was wondering where the salted tomatoes went.
Garble, you're pretty much next to her. Roll a perception check. Oh God, why does it take us so long? 8.
Oof.
Yeah, you don't see anything, but there's a bit of a strong smell that emanates from the pocket area. Bit fermented.
Oh.
So no one wants to do any more
don't
conversations?
think so.
No? Alright. Let's bring it on over to the evening then.
Do we do a short rest?
Evening vibes.
Or do we just...
I mean,
You've not really matter. You can use anything.
The theater, like the theatrics of this. Oh my God.
Da, 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 da.
Well, it does matter for other people that have used the spell slot.
Yeah.
Oh, her.
So
I didn't think anybody had, but no, you're right.
I would say that you've been lounging around in the dining area, doing whatever, playing some poker games if you want to play strip poker at any point.
I've just been hanging out at the bar drinking water this time.
Nice. So yeah, it gets to about evening time. So
no candles on this boat, huh?
No.
Okay, good looks.
I mean, you can. There are candles if you want to light them.
Shit.
Don't need candles if you got low light vision or
Yeah.
dark light vision.
I think
I'm just
that's
gonna
up
use
to
it.
our stewardess to light the candles. Just saying.
I can make a bonfire if needed.
Tila.
Dang. And I just got rid of my light object spell.
Oh man, it's like only one person had the ability to do it in Foundry.
Yeah. Also, while you're setting up lights, I don't know if I need to refresh, but like on my screen at least, I'm still like on the very top deck, even though on your screen I'm below deck.
Oh.
So I find that kind of odd. It's
Yeah,
been
you-
like that. I just
you never
haven't said
moved for
anything.
me.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
never
Okay.
moved for me either.
Ah. But I'm right there.
But it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Just use
You're with
lovely.
us in our imagination.
theater of the mind.
Yeah, theater of the mind.
So
Ayara
Yeah.
can hear the little toots from up above from
I was
the,
gonna say,
the
at
flutes.
this point, I've found like a high perch somewhere above
Yeah.
the wheel, and I've made like a
So-
cozy little nest that I hang out in.
And she's like, I don't know how she does it. It's beautiful. Or I don't know how they do it. It's beautiful.
maybe it's Maybelline.
You.
You're welcome.
Thank you for understanding my pronouns.
You're welcome.
Okay. So Nep, would you be looking for this meeting to take place when everyone's gone to sleep, or?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. So unless anyone's
Secret meeting.
Yes, well, no one in character knows about this meeting, so unless anyone's got anything else planned they want to do, you can all start heading off back to your rooms for a night's rest. Celera decides that she's not going to spend the night in the storage cabinets anymore and takes one of the rooms that's spare.
Let me guess. She takes the big one.
Damn
No,
right she does.
that's my room. No, she doesn't. That's my room. Excuse me.
There's other big
There was
rooms.
my room.
another.
There's other big rooms. So-
I have the big room though. I'm just saying, it was mine. I was placed there. I've claimed it. All my stuff is in there.
Okay.
All right.
Right,
I've
I'm,
Hey,
made it my own.
I'm
Ram,
moving.
real quick, I sent you a DM if you want to check it real quick.
Yep.
That sounds good.
Yep, that's fine.
Cool.
All right. Do I have to move or can I just?
I'm moving everyone into their little
Okay.
Oh, okay.
locations, since there's a wall blocking everyone at the minute.
Take me to bed, Daddy.
I'll take you to bed.
Gross.
Tuck me in, read me a
Put this in
story.
real tight, daddy.
Take me down to the Paradise City.
Disgusting.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yep.
The Paradise City.
Ah,
Oh God, no. Oh yeah, wait, you. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh shit, it got dark.
It's bedtime.
I can't see fuck all.
I can see in the dark.
I will say, even though you're kind of bedding down in the quarters, Kayla does actually come away from her like evening or afternoon nap and join in the steering room, if you want to call it that.
The
Oh.
helm.
The helm, yes, that's the one.
From Azrin's bed, if the door's ajar, can he see? Where's the stairs up on the outside?
That's the outside, yeah. Or the stairs for
Okay.
the next floor up is on the outside, and then they go inside
Well,
from the second floor up.
Okay. So are the beds above or below the dining hall?
Below. So at the very bottom of
Okay.
the ship, you've got the storage, then you've got the sleeping arrangements, then above the sleeping quarters, you've got the dining hall, and then at the very top, you've got the actual, like, the casino area and the captain's quarters, where they steer the ship.
Okay. No, he won't be able to see it anyway.
Okay. So where was it again that you wanted to meet people, Nep?
Near the helm.
Near the helm. Okay.
Because I don't care if Kayla hears.
Okay. And who was the? Oh yeah, Garble. So I would say that Garble eventually, you wait for the nightfall, you wait for everyone to kind of go into their rooms, then you, the three of you sneak out and go to the front of the ship.
Right.
So, Nep, you have the floor.
So, Garble, I brought you along because you and I have similar intentions of selfish reasons of getting richer or finding treasure. And I believe instead of selling this crystal, we can make something out of it, which is why I brought my friend Sprinkle over here. I just want to see what he thinks of the crystal. I don't know if you think that's a good idea, Garble.
Yeah, well, I'm always out for looking out for myself, and if riches is something I can gain a hand in, then that sounds interesting at least. But making something out of it, that's not really my strong suit, so what are you actually saying?
Well, I think instead of selling just the crystal, if we produce something out of it, we can either have access to more treasure or we can sell our creation for a steeper price than just the crystal.
I look towards Sprink and just connect the words "make" and the crystal, and suddenly my mind is just filled with what sort of crystal behemoth is going to be making for us.
I mean, you're kind of having this discussion about the crystal, and like, Sprink's kind of like, I already have use of these in the shop. Oh, I did before you dragged me away.
But are you meaning that they can be used like as a power source or some sort, or actually turn these crystals into an item?
They're more used as a power source in order to give like a boost. So
I'm gonna pull out the crystal that I stole and say, "What do you think you can power with this?"
Sprink kind of turns around to Goblin and kind of gives him a look of, you know what I powered with this.
Hence my little nervous laughter. But yeah, I know exactly what you can make with that.
I know the fridge runs off of one similar or one the same.
Imagine a very angry fridge.
Oh, I like angry fridges.
Make
Maybe they can,
make a perception check.
Perception?
Yeah, both of you.
While they're rolling, Azrin is kind of
Yikes.
just on the deck outside of the rooms. Would he be able to hear anything?
It's quite a distance away.
Okay.
Yeah, especially with you guys being at the back of the ship as well. Yeah, no, you don't notice anything. Anyway, either of you.
Yeah, just to say I'm trying to keep this as secretive as possible, so I'm looking out for people that would be within earshot.
And what you did show Sprink the crystal. I tried to remember exactly from where you pulled that crystal out of.
Okay, you make it.
Pulled out of the pocket.
Yeah, you make a note of that. Okay.
Okay.
Sprink kind of
front left pocket, Garble. Front left pocket.
Good to know, buddy.
Was his prison pocket?
No, it's not in my prison pocket.
Solera won't mind diving in there.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all motherfuckers need more than.
Yeah, right.
We need Celestia.
Sprink. Sprink's kind of like.
Who?
Sprink.
Who?
Who? Sprinkle.
Who?
Sprinkle. Sprinkle. Got
Sprinkle. Okay, got it.
I hate you all. Sprinkle then. He's looking at the crystal kind of closely. Make. I know you've kind of already fucked up on the perception check, so yeah. He's just looking at the crystal when you pulled it out.
So since our teammates back then were seeing a little bit too eager to deliver it to former right hands, and looking at the crystal, can we duplicate it or make a fairly decent copy, just in case certain clerics would start snooping a little bit too closely?
Make an Arcana check.
I'm gonna put the crystal back away.
Okay.
I'm not gonna keep it out in the.
Looking at the crystal itself, it's got quite a dull glow to it, which would be something that would be quite difficult to kind of copy in something that you don't have any jewelry tools or jewel crafting tools in order to cut any kind of stones like that. So unless you were going to cast some spell as some sort of an illusion spell, it would be a very hard thing to actually replicate a physical thing of.
But basically, we need to make a crystal that glows from within whenever someone's going to be looking at it.
You could say that, yeah.
So with that in mind, I do have the ability to make a flickering and some dim lights.
Mhm.
Would this suffice? And then I start to do the whole thaumaturgy cantrip and do it on a close by item. Let's see some loose piece of wood or something that's on the very deck where we are.
Okay. This is just going to be a dim light, like a little soft flicker, yeah?
A soft flicker, yeah. Something to see if I can match the glow or hum or the something closely to what the crystal is actually doing.
Okay. It makes a kind of a little soft flicker, but it looks like a piece of wood that's glowing.
Right. Just thinking out loud.
Mhm.
For whenever we do have a
Mhm.
dummy crystal.
Well, we do have a crystal up in the fridge that I know of. But I don't think the fridge would work. And I don't think the crystal is
Sprink kind
same.
of gives a bit of actually the magic that's being used on the ship isn't the same.
What do you mean?
We don't use the blue crystals on the ship.
Oh.
And you roll an insight check.
15.
21.
Garble, you can see that there's quite a bit of like hesitancy and a bit of sadness mixed in there. As is kind of given this information.
I remember that I don't want to do any more charming of Sprink, but I do try to put a hand on his shoulder and coax with some nice words. What exactly do you mean, little buddy?
Roll a persuasion check with advantage, since you're being nice to him for a change.
For a change.
For a change.
As opposed to just ripping it out of him.
12.
Hold.
Oh yeah, it's advantage. You've only rolled one.
Where is it?
Just roll again. Just roll another d20.
Okay. It's the whole Tides of Chaos thing, getting advantage on something.
That's better.
Hey.
There we go.
It kind of gives you a bit of a look and says, "I didn't lie the other day when I said that my father built this ship. The thing is, when my father first started his whole enterprise into being an inventor, he was like the main competitor to that thing," and then he kind of points at Nep's pocket. He was questioned by the Arcane Order, and we've not seen him since, and that was a long time ago.
Okay, so if we want to, let's say, make a really good thing with this crystal, we should probably save your dad then, if he's still alive. Which
He kind of gives a weak smile and says, like, he's been gone for nearly 70 years.
How many?
70.
How old are these people? Damn.
Gnomes can live a long time.
That's true. That's fair. But I still think he's alive.
Okay.
An inventor like him is useful. I doubt they would be stupid enough to kill him.
Just trying to use the math in my head, or at least my character does, and it says, so your dad went missing around the same time that the crystal was made?
The Arcane Order used to come over and like investigate quite heavily in the early days when the crystals were first kind of tapped into from Ilias Vucon. But they didn't seem to be too bothered about either he convinced them that they were safe or what, but they turn their attention away from the High Mage and turn their attention to our father. So, while you're having this conversation, what are the rest of you doing?
It's night. We sleeping.
I'm sleeping.
Hang on.
Adrian's just kind of walking around because he can't sleep.
I'm laying in my bed,
staring
writing
at
in my
the
journal.
stars.
I was gonna say at this point, this is just as you guys have just got in to settle down. So some of you'd still be kind of getting ready to kind of go to sleep at this point.
Yeah,
Fucking
unfortunately, unfortunately, my rolls didn't allow me to perceive any kind of
Yeah, no.
sneaky stuff from Nep earlier. So
No. I mean, people kind of walk about the ship in a way, probably go and get a drink from the dining room. So it's not all too uncommon to hear footsteps moving around at the middle of at this time of night. Anyway, it's only early evening, probably about 9-10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You're all
It's
just
bedtime.
for normal people IRL, maybe, yeah. But go on.
Quithus sits on the edge of his bed and reads and rereads a piece of parchment.
Okay. Right. Let me just get my notes out again. So, Ayara, you start getting ready for bed in your room. You kind of you put your stuff away. You put your backpack on the floor, and it slips to the side, and the painting you recovered from the ship wreckage the day before slips from your bag and out onto the floor.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I see it and I pick it up and I go, "Oh, I forgot about that."
Oh, I forgot about what is this? Okay.
You can't do that when I'm taking a
Treasure.
drink. I'm going to spit on my keyboard.
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so I pick it up and I look at it. I do remember it was a painting of a family, if I recall.
Yeah, you see the warm smiles of the figures staring back at you. On the left at the back, there's a human male, quite a broad shoulders. He's got one hand on what you assume to be his son's shoulder. The other arm wrapped lovingly round his wife, whose head's leant softly into his chest. Her eyes are looking down at her two beautiful children, and the small girl is holding a small teddy bear that's close to her, looking quite shyly at whoever was painting it.
I look at the painting. I do notice the teddy bear, and something in the back of my mind kind of is like, thinking about the teddy bear that this morning. Anyway, and is there anything I can roll to kind of just see if there's like any energy or anything?
You can roll an Arcana check.
Okay. Oof, I got an 8.
Yeah, no, it just seems like a regular old painting.
Okay. I turn it over and I kind of am looking like to see if there's anything hidden like behind the backing or anything like that.
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Ooh, I got a nat 20.
Nice. You peel the back of the actual frame off, and inside there's just like a letter.
Oh, a letter. Okay. So I take the letter out, and is it in a language I can read?
Yeah, it's in common.
Okay. And what does it say?
It's pretty boring. It's basically detailing the family is been moving over to Vidal, and they're looking to start a new life. And it's basically written from one of their relatives that's basically saying, "Come on over." There's not a real huge information drop in there.
You said it's being written to Vidal?
It's written to this this human male
Oh, okay.
of one of their family members, inviting them to move over to Vidal to start a new life.
Okay. So I kind of keep that tucked away in the back of my memory in case I can somehow come across somebody that would like this picture of their family members back in Vidal.
Okay. So
Um,
I'd say you get on the bed and you start. Make a wisdom saving throw.
I don't know how to do that. What's a save? Oh,
So-
okay. It's the little box.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Just a regular one?
Yeah, just a regular old saving throw.
9.
Okay.
I don't like that giggling.
You prepare for bed. You get in. you close your eyes and you start to kind of play over the image of the family, and it kind of riles you up a bit. I don't know if that's the right word, but you start to think of your own family and kind of all the situations that kind of are played out through there, and that kind of just repeats over and over in your head while you're drifting off to sleep. Dolder.
Duh.
So obviously things have gotten a bit out of hand for you lately, with all these new faces showing up. Your family's taken a lot of jobs protecting caravans and deliveries from Carthador and Dovan, but this is probably the furthest job anyone from the Sky Shields has taken before, at least to your knowledge. For this to be your first real kind of protection job, you're starting to think what you've done to Moradin to piss him off this much. Dwarves obviously as well feel more comfortable with solid earth beneath the feet, and it's taken you a while to find your sea legs, but you're about there now. You start playing over like all this kind of trouble with Nep and these fucking elves, and all of a sudden now there's another face that's shown up, and you just start to kind of get a bit of a headache over it all. You lay in bed and you think to yourself, just a couple more days. You lay in the bed and close your eyes and let sleep take you. Roll a wisdom saving throw.
16.
Okay. You get restful sleep for a short time before the darkness seems to envelop you and overtake you, and you find yourself standing in a dark black void. You look around, but it's just pure darkness. But the ground below your feet feels a little uneven. Roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
That's nowhere near as fun. Not terrible. 12.
Not terrible, no. You manage to catch yourself from falling as a streak of lightning blasts through the dark clouds above you. Lightning lights up the vast area around you, and you realise you're standing in a field of bodies. Dozens, hundreds, thousands, you can't be sure in the brief flash, but you're standing in a field of corpses. What do you do?
In the brief glimpse, was I able to discern what type of bodies?
Quite a large mixture. Different races.
Does it seem like they were civilians, soldiers?
Oh, soldiers. They're all kitted out for battle and armor, weapons.
So basically, I'm standing in the aftermath of a large-scale battle. That's what it
Yes,
seems like.
that's what it seems like. Yes.
That's lovely. And is this darkness natural or supernatural?
I won't say Arcana. Make a nature check.
The main reason why I'm asking is, as a dwarf, I have dark vision.
Oh, at the minute, it's you don't see anything. It's just pure blackness at the minute.
Yeah, because if it's so dark that I can't see my
Yeah.
surroundings, I'm gonna pretty much, and with my dark vision, I'll assume that it's
Yeah.
magical in nature.
Yeah, you don't see anything at the moment.
I realize that I'm in a dream.
Make an intelligence check.
God damn, it's always gonna be intelligence, not wisdom.
It's like a wisdom check to me.
Okay.
I don't know.
Make whichever one you want. Make a wisdom or intelligence
Wisdom
check.
Oh, I saw that 19 roll by. Fuck you. It literally skirted a 19 and just no.
Nope.
Now make an intelligence check. No,
No, you don't know. As far as you're concerned, this is as real as any moment in your life.
What sorcery is this?
Do you do anything else?
I mean, I'll ready up because I'm going to. If I'm all of a sudden teleported to a battlefield full of dead corpses, I will assume that's something nefarious has happened, and I will basically, start looking around with my shield raised.
Okay. Nothing seems to happen. After a short time, you're not entirely sure how long it's been in this kind of weird kind of dreamscape, even though you think it's real. You see small white lights begin to rise up from the army of the dead soldiers around you. Some the size of a copper coin, some probably the size of a small fist. But these kind of lights just slowly kind of light up, and you get the full view at this point of what's surrounding you, and it's carnage. There's just bodies as far as the eye can see. There's thousands and thousands of bodies. You look over in the distance and you can see like a river, and these lights that have kind of started to kind of lift up have kind of lit the river up, and instead of seeing water flowing through, you just see blood red liquid just flowing through this stream. So these
Lovely visage.
yes. So
I'm. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, go on. What do you want to do?
Dolder will, once it doesn't seem like something's about to pounce on his ass, he's going to start examining the bodies around him to see if he can, get any insight into where the hell I am.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Or an investigation check, whichever one, if you want to mix it up a little bit. 15. The armor looks dated. Doesn't look like a modern type of armor. It looks quite old. You notice there's quite a large mixture of different kind of races and stuff, like as I mentioned before. There's a fair few dwarves that are scattered about. Quite a lot of them are proudly kind of emblazoned with some shields that have got Moradin's icon or logo, if you want to call it that. It's symbol. Yeah, his symbol. But you as you're kind of standing there and looking around, you see these orbs that kind of starting to kind of lift up faster and faster, but they're angled, pushing up and away from you.
Like in a direction or specifically away from me?
In a direction.
Okay. I will, especially seeing, that there are dwarves around, specifically ones in Moradin style armor. I will cast protection from evil on myself at first, and then offer up a quick prayer, and specifically a prayer where I'm asking Moradin if this is a vision on his behalf.
You don't get an answer.
And when an answer is not forthcoming, I will carefully advance to see where those lights are going.
They're going up into the air, into the sky.
Oh, so they're just going upwards.
Okay. At an angle, yeah. They're being like 45-degree angle going upwards into the sky. And as you kind of turn and look, you see the direction they're going when a blinding orb of blue bursts into the sky. It kind of makes you shield your eyes a little bit before it dims down, allowing you to look once more. It's hard to tell how far away the blue orb is, but you instantly find familiarities with it and the blue moon of Celestia that's taking up position in the sky of Amartus. What do you do?
Well, at this point, Dolder is going to assume that this is some sort of vision, because it does seem like this is a little blast from the past or going by what we know of those times.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other outstanding features other than just endless sea of bodies?
You look around now and the never-ending sea of bodies lying on the ground. They're gone. Every single one of them. And you feel something solid in your left hand.
I will examine my left hand.
And you see the small amulet you'd found on your way into Q-Key. And then you kind of stare at that for a moment, and you look to your left and you see 3 shadowy silhouettes stood beside you, each looking up in the direction of Celestia. And if you turn to your right, you'll see another 4 figures standing there in silence. Their dark, smoky faces are tilted upwards like the others on your left. And they're all just peering up at this at Celestia that's in the sky.
These different silhouettes, can I discern what race they are?
Make a perception check.
God damn it.
The different sizes, you can't really make out any discerning features, but you tend to be looking up to majority of them.
It's more so if, like, if one is 7, 8 foot tall and there's 3, 4 feet, kind of a differentiation, or if they're all like within 6 inches of one another.
One seems to be smaller, the others seem to be at least 6 foot, maybe between 5 and 6 foot. There's 1 or 2 that maybe look a little bit taller.
I will approach and look closer at the shorter one.
Okay.
And once I'm close, I would like to, do a further inspection of that one.
Roll an investigation at disadvantage because you rolled so low on the perception. I'm just saying, that was low.
Fucking fuck, that wasn't an 11, but now, yes.
Yeah, no, it's just... oh, you got a natural 22. Jesus.
I know.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah, no, it's really hard to make out any discerning like details on any of these kind of figures. They're quite...
Does the stature of this image appear to be similar to my own?
Similar, maybe a little tiny bit shorter, a little bit more lean. Not quite as brute force and sturdy.
But all the other ones are more like 5 foot and up.
5 foot and up, roughly, yeah. But as you're kind of looking at this, you look behind, and whereas there's these 7 other figures that were standing side by side with you, behind you, you just see an army of these shadowy silhouettes, all equally looking up at the moon. There's thousands and thousands of these silhouettes that are all stood behind.
Dalder will mutter under his breath, "Moradin, are you showing this to me?"
There's no answer.
And he will, look up, see if there's any details to be seen in the moon.
As you turn around and look, there's another flash of lightning and an ear-splitting thunderous crack. And as you look at the moon, you see there are chunks that are now breaking away from the moon Celestia. And as you do that, and you see this kind of like huge image that's been in the sky for millennia. Sorry. Above the night sky and daytime even of Martis. You just instantly just get dragged back into the dark void again and get whisked away back into another a restful night's sleep. Anyway, back to Ayara.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You fall into a deep sleep, your body and mind relaxing and becoming weightless, deep into your subconscious when you feel a pull forward like you've been dragged by an invisible force. You find yourself running through a forest. You don't know where you're going, but you just want to get away. You want to be free. You feel your heart beating from fear and excitement. Branches slap across your face, causing you to close your eyes as you run, when suddenly the ground seems to vanish below you, and you plummet, and a familiar feeling takes you. You're under freezing cold water. You open your mouth to scream just as you did the previous day at the wreckage. But the water once again fills your lungs and you feel yourself start to drown once again. Your body being dragged helplessly through the flowing current. What do you do?
I try to swim up.
You try and swim, but there just doesn't seem to be a surface.
All right. I try to calm down and look around under, like, in the water.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
Okay. You manage to calm your heartbeat down a little bit and try and like hold your breath a little bit more as you try and work your way out and trying to get some air back into your lungs. You still can't find any, but you start to kind of replay through visions of your past. So you see your mother's face, your father, the servants at the manor that helped raise you. But something's a little off. You try and look at the faces, looking for some comfort as you wait for some sort of like calmness to kind of overcome you, but their faces begin to melt away, like hot wax dripping down the side of a candle. It's horrifying and continues till they're all completely featureless. You try and remember any details, but the more your mind tries to focus on them, the more clouded and distant their appearance becomes, and you realise you can't even remember their names. The pace of this torrential river sweeps you away further and faster into the darkness, your senses being assaulted by the deafening roar of the water. You fight for the slightest pocket of air, the visions of your family drift away until you're left in complete darkness, with nothing but the sound of rushing water blasting into your eardrums. Eventually, the vicious current you've been swept away in subsides, and you feel the wet mud of a riverbank in your hands. Before you can open your eyes to take in your new surroundings, a familiar voice whispers into your ear, "Wake up, little one." And you sit bolt upright in your bed. What do you do?
I immediately go to turn on a lantern.
Okay. There isn't really a lantern in your room. It's quite
Okay.
a basic bitch room. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Does she have one in her equipment in her pack?
Yeah, but that's on the floor at the minute.
Okay.
16.
And she's stumbling around in the darkness. 16. You sit up, you look around trying to find some kind of source of light so you could kind of switch it on, and you catch a glimpse in the mirror above the sink at the foot of your bed. And in the reflection of the wall opposite, just in the small crack in the curtains between the side of your bed, you see an eye staring in. What do you do?
This is horrifying. What would I do? I would scream.
Okay, you scream.
Okay.
Everyone hears this.
I was about to say, I gotta hear that.
Yeah.
I would say so much for that restful sleep.
Yeah. Everyone hears
I
this.
crashed out of my door and sprint down the hall.
Okay.
Ditto.
Okay.
I too come out of my door and kind of look around and see Quithos running that way.
I would like to stipulate that Doldor grabs his
Oh.
hammer and his shield and sprints out the door.
Just to make it easier on everyone that's actually viewing, I'm going to turn the light back on.
Thank you.
Oh, I could see fine.
Yeah, I know you could. Oh, fuck's sake.
Viewers.
Yeah, I mean viewers, yeah, but
I went all gray.
Just crashed, huh?
yeah, I'll reload it. Bear with me.
No.
That's okay.
No worries.
But basically, give me an overview of what you're all doing while we wait for this to load back up again.
Yeah, hammer for sure. I'm not sure I got my shield.
Okay.
It's in my name. I have to bring it.
Right, for sure. It's attached to you. It's a blanket when you sleep, I'm sure.
I was about to say he uses it as his blinky.
Don't you fucking judge me.
No judgment, just saying.
Azrin wasn't asleep yet, so would it be
At
considerable that he would have his sword still on him?
this time, I would say that you would have made it back into your bedroom at this point. This is kind of later on in the
Okay.
evening.
Okay, everyone went to bed and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that.
you'd have all been back in your...
Do I
Okay.
hear this from the top of the boat?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
an ear-piercing shriek.
Oh. So I lean down. I'm like, Kayla, did you hear that?
Of course I fucking heard it. It was fucking loud.
Okay, I'm gonna go see what it is. And I leap off and run down the stairs.
I'm gonna grab all my
I
equipment.
just
and,
imagine Dion doing like a plie
Yeah, basically.
as they run.
Yeah, I was gonna say, roll an athletics check if you're just leaping down.
Okay. Please fall. Please fall.
Nat one.
Ooh,
Let's go.
6.
6. Yeah, you fall over and you kind of eat shit a little bit, but no one saw, so it's fine.
Okay, cool.
But we know.
I'm just running down the stairs, going cool.
Wait. 16 perception. Do I hear her fall?
It's okay. Nobody saw it.
Nah, she's a couple of she's a couple of
I'm
stories up.
loaded back in.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, and cool.
Yeah, I'm back in.
Have we got a?
I have to reload completely, I think. But I'll use the theater of the mind.
Yeah.
The game is paused, but it doesn't really matter. I guess
There you go. Supposed.
since I'm right next door, I think I'd be the first one to get to the door.
Yeah,
If
I
we
think
all
you've
agree on
got quite a good movement speed as well, so I'd imagine that you would be, yes.
All right, I
Yeah,
just
he didn't have us roll for initiative, so.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh, Ram,
I mean, admit-
you,
Yeah.
Nightmares.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Can I add that Ayara has moved her bed to be in front of the door because she's paranoid about people sneaking in on her while she's sleeping?
Okay.
I wonder why.
At this, so have you just moved it now?
No, it was moved there before. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So Azrin tries the door as he's shouting her name and realize that he can't open it
Okay.
without giving it force. So, but he waits like a couple seconds.
Right, well, I'm just going to say this right now. I want everyone to roll initiative as you hear a smashing sound as the window in Ayara's bedroom just shatters. And Ayara, while you're in there... This is so mean.
Oh God!
Jesus.
Wow, we're so good.
Nat
I
one.
want to issue a
Damn, yeah, I got
complaint
that
about
one
this
too.
roller.
I almost had a 19.
You guys are rolling intelligence saves, not initiative rolls.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who is?
Initiative, they're all in intelligence saves.
Lilith, you did.
Yeah.
Ayara,
Lilith
you
and
did.
Yara. So you see where next to the shield where it says armor class,
Oh,
this is
yeah.
initiative. Yeah.
Okay, I'll reroll. Hold on.
Right, so Dion's 12.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're all rolling so good on initiative.
This is so good.
So good.
I feel like the algorithm for rolling, if it hits the side of the window,
It breaks.
It just stops moving for
No,
me.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've had that happen a couple times. It rolls to the corner of my screen and it's like 18 and then it'll flip to 5 and I'm like, you fuck.
Mhm.
Do you want Soph to re-roll or just because I had
No,
a
she
question.
did.
She did. Oh, okay.
I'm just writing everyone's initiatives down at the minute. Oh my god. Hey, I just ran 2. What?
Right.
I rolled a nat 1.
What
I'm
the
still
fuck?
trying that
Rolled
door.
a nat 1, but I got 4.
You're like, why is this? Why can't I push this?
I mean, yeah,
Right.
the door's
I'm
kind
super
of jammed.
strong.
With this is 9. Holy shit, guys.
Dion and Garble are the tanks now. Let's go.
Listen,
Oh God,
Oh
we're
dear.
fucked.
Oh dear, guys.
Hey, my armor is my good looks, so I'm plenty strong.
I was gonna say, you say we're fucked. I'm a bard. Of course you are.
The bard's getting fucked. Everything's going according to plan.
Scandon's
Like a beads of
My
love situation
beads.
here.
hand. Beads of love.
Oh,
Polar
I'm so sorry.
motherfucking
Right.
beans.
Well, because you all really shit. Ayara,
I'm not gonna die, am I?
I don't know. See what
you
happens.
might. You might.
Perhaps.
I mean, I'm not there, so maybe.
Per hipples. You turn around and after hearing the smashed glass, you see it looks like a really young girl, like her hair's kind of draped over her face, proper like the Ring style.
Oh Jesus
Christ.
Christ!
Wearing a kind of a green mildewed kind of ridden dress that's quite been eaten away. There's quite a lot of tears and tatters in it. And she's just basically crawling in through the window.
Okay. I'm going to
Hold on.
make a.
Oh, it's not your
God.
turn.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh dear. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Does a 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's my armor class, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
Okay, you take 3 points of damage.
Ram, try not to be so happy about it, though.
I see that smile. This is lighting up the entire screen right now. It's like a kid on
Hey,
Christmas.
listen, he actually got to fucking do damage to something. Let him have this.
Exactly.
Alright.
So you take
Finally, I've hit.
You take another 3 points of damage as they strike again with their second hand. And then they miss
And
the
another
third.
one.
No, they miss again.
Oh,
And another one.
thank God.
So that's their turn done. Who's next? Oh God, why does it not put people in order?
Can I just take back what I said about my bed?
Garble, you're next.
No.
There's the action.
No. You decided to do that.
Ah.
So Garble, you're up next.
Right, so we're still on the outside of the door, right?
Yep. Because she's barricaded it.
I've barricaded myself in.
Question:
Yes.
How did you have
Are
the
these
strength?
doors? Do they open in or out?
They open inwards.
Okay, I was about to say, knowing AR's cluelessness.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted to specify because yeah.
I want to know how with
Damage.
9 strength she was able to toss a bed.
Oh, well, I just thought
Took
I
a while.
dragged it
Yeah, I was
across.
gonna say,
Oh.
took a
She
while.
just had already done this earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had done
Beds
this like
aren't that
to prep
heavy.
for bed.
This was her preparation for sleep times.
Right.
I'm not gonna ask, but alright.
Well, I guess I tried to force myself in, shoulder towards, or like ramming into the door.
roll a strength check.
Can I assist, or am I too far below in the initiative?
Oh, can I
since
assist
I'm right
because I'm
there.
right behind him in initiative?
I would say you could assist, but you're up on the 3rd deck.
That's right. I'm falling down the stairs currently. Well, what if I fall
We
so
just
quick
hear
and I
the
build up this
choo, choo,
momentum
choo,
and I'm
choo,
just
choo,
like...
No. And nah, I wouldn't say you can have advantage just yet, because I would say that you wouldn't have a time to kind of work together on this door shove, so I'd say this is just a straight strength check from Garble.
Well, I rolled an 8.
An 8. Doesn't seem to budge.
Okay.
So, anything else you want to do? Do you want to move?
Sorry, what move? Like out of the way?
Well, you've got an action which you've just used to try and barge the door. You've got your movement and you've got your bonus action.
Well, yeah. Hold on. These rooms do have windows, right?
Yes, you heard it smash.
So, in that case, I try to see if I can just go around this place as such.
I don't think that's quite the full movement.
No, but you see, I just showing more or less what I want to do.
Yeah, I
And,
know. What's your movement speed?
30?
So that's 5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So, like, for fuck's sake.
I'm
We're in
assuming
the middle
And
of
it's
a
gone.
fight here. No.
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
these squares are 5-foot squares, right?
Yeah, yeah. So,
Yeah, so he gets to the doorway,
yeah,
basically.
you'd get to the doorway. You wouldn't be able to get outside the window.
Yet.
Yet. You won't get to the window yet.
In this turn.
Right, it's back up again. Jesus Christ.
See, I was trying to be good at my role play because I had already had it thought out in my head.
That's
that I was
fine.
like, oh, for sure, that's something AR would do. Like,
Yeah.
drag her bed.
No, it's good. Don't worry about it.
And now it's gonna fuck me over.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm going, oh, so that's why Ram allowed that to be done after the fact.
It wasn't about after the fact. It was like, if that's where she wants to put it, that's where she put it.
Well, I just didn't realize that, people are gonna be barging into my room, so.
Yeah. It makes sense for your character as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
you were trying to stop me from barging into your room, so.
Essentially, yes. But also, she's super paranoid, so.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm loaded back in, so whenever you guys. Oh, there's more people.
My field of view has
Your field of view is just changed. As you make it to the door, you notice other figures. Well, you notice some figures standing outside because you haven't seen what's actually inside Ayara's bedroom. You see a group of humanoid, what look like people, but they have very kind of bluish, kind of green skin. A lot of their body parts have either been eaten away or they've slowly become part of some sort of like weird coral scene. They've got quite a lot of kind of barnacles and stuff kind of growing off them, and one of them on the far right seems to be missing an arm, and where the arm should be is a large red tentacle like of an octopus.
fuck. We got Murlocs.
Shit, get off that.
Alright, so who's next? Oh, wait, Garble still has
So-
one more move, right?
That was Garble's action and his movement. Do you have any bonus actions you want to do, or you can do? It should be on your character sheet if you can do anything.
Probably can't reach anybody.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
No, you can do 2 weapon fighting, but you can't hit anything and convert sorcery points, and you haven't spent anything yet. So
no. So
nope.
Nope.
Nope. Okie doke. So then next up in the initiative is Dion.
I'm double timing it.
Double timing it.
I'm just running to
Bursting.
where I can hear the noise.
Okay, bursting down. You'd have made it down onto the 2nd deck at least, and I'd say you probably
Yeah.
made it to the doorway for the stairs to head down onto the actual bottom deck, unless you wanted to leap over the side and try and jump down the deck.
I mean, I do have Mirthful Leap. I could do something with that, I'm sure.
You can give it a try.
She can frolic down the stairs.
What does...
So it just says whenever you make a long or high jump, you can roll a d8 and add the number rolled to the number of feet you cover.
Okay.
It's basically just extra distance.
Okay.
But so it'd be an athletics check and then a d8.
I'd let you roll an athletics or an acrobatics, either one that you want to do.
Oh, acrobatics, yeah. I'm better in acrobatics. Let's do that. Hey.
14. Yeah, it's not going to be a difficult thing to kind of just jump down and hang off the ropes and kind of just swing yourself down. So I would say that you
And
managed to
then
make it your way down to the actual...
3 whole extra feet.
Redemption for your last.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm on the third deck for some reason still. I literally keep loading into the third deck.
Well, I'll put you... I'll put you where you should
the
be.
game is just like, you
I
live
don't
here
know
now.
if that'll actually load for me though. So
Okay.
I'll just have to go off what's on your screen.
Okay, we'll go off that. You're basically on the... You've jumped down the other side where the stairs are, and you're basically on the opposite side of the ship.
Okay, cool.
So that's your movement. Use your action to dash. Do you have any bonus actions?
I don't believe I do.
Okay. In that case...
Oh, it actually moved me. Ooh.
Ooh, good. So then, in that case,
Wow.
Ayara, you are now in the bedroom. What do you do?
All right, hold on. I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis,
Okay.
which is one of my spells. I'm so sorry. You're gonna have to remind me what I have to do.
I think it's just an automatic cast on that. So on your
Yeah.
sheet, you just click on the cast button next to it, and it should automatically take up a spell slot for you.
Okay, so I did cast that.
Okay.
I gain 5 temporary hit points for the duration of an hour. So, can I do that in my temporary?
Yep. Just type it in. So 5 into the temporary, and just click enter, and it should automatically hit it in.
5 or do I just do like 18? Okay.
Armor of Agathis is just 5 temporary hit points.
It is 5. I thought I had to add it to what I have now.
No,
Okay,
no.
I get it.
Okay.
Okay, and then if a creature hits me with a melee attack, while I have these hit points, they take 5 cold damage.
Okay.
Okay, so I've casted that. I'm going to... I have a movement and a
bonus action.
bonus action.
Your bonus action, you can cast Hex as a spell, or you can use your weapon fighting. So if you attack with your action, you can also use an offhand weapon to attack for a second time, but you used your action to cast Armor of Agathis, so you can't.
Oh, so I can't do the 2 weapon fighting.
No. You used it to cast a spell on yourself.
Okay,
So currently, in front of you now is this very weathered-looking little girl in this green dress. You've got your bed up against the side, and you've got the smashed window to your right.
Okay. I'm going to try and make a jump out of my window.
Okay. Roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Just a straight dex check. It's not going to be a high DC, don't worry about it. Okay.
I got an 8.
Okay. Oh god. Get on the right page. You take 1 point of slashing damage as the cut glass kind of slices into you. And you also activate an attack of opportunity from the creature.
Fuck, I forgot about that. Why didn't someone remind me?
Because it's not our
Because
turn.
I can't see you.
Yeah, we can't see anything, so this is on you.
I'm gonna die.
Does a 12 hit?
Yeah. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
What's your AC? Oh, your AC is 13. Yeah,
13.
no. Yeah.
13.
So as you just dive through the window and cut yourself, this kind of girl kind of lashes out, but completely misses. Catches nothing but air.
Oh, thank God.
Right. So that's your go. Lilith, you're up.
Well, I was going to run out of my room because I heard the scream because I'm not too far from
Okay.
Ayara. I'm just trying to think, how far am I away?
So I'm
Yeah.
like outside on the deck now, right?
And then you
Okay.
you jump out away from this, and then to your left you see 4 other individuals on the deck.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so I'm pretty far away, so it's not too much. Because I can only go 30 feet. It's not really too much. I can do.
You have to go out your door, though, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, be about there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, God, bloody thing. Ah, hey.
Okay. I would say the door on your right as you passed was open, so you can just see the figure of Ayara out on the deck through the window as you pass the door.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Am I able to go back?
I mean, if you wanted to stop when you saw her through the window, I'd say you could, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's really annoying. It's not in the center.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
So that's you.
So is the window open or is it closed? That one.
That one's closed.
Ah, that's annoying. Okay, then I'm just gonna go and shout to Ayara, "Are you okay?" And just see if she can hear me through the window.
Okay.
Even though it's closed.
Okay.
Because there's not really a lot I can do from over here.
I mean, she probably hears it, but at the minute she's just probably trying to get away. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm too far away.
You can remember you can use your action to double your movement speed. You can dash if you wanted to.
Yeah, but I still wouldn't be able to get to.
No, but you could get closer at least. It's up to you.
Okay. That's that.
Okie doke. Right. Quithus, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna take my few steps forward, and I think I'm probably gonna follow. I saw Garble struggling with the door, so I'm gonna follow him out the door or out the side.
Okie doke.
Perfect. I don't need to do anything. I was gonna see if I can take an attack of opportunity and just warn you about what's outside, but
I mean, you wouldn't know what's outside anyway, you.
I can see out my window.
Oh, yeah, true.
I can see one of the guys outside out of my window.
So do I have line of sight on these?
I don't know. Do you? This should be a cone.
I
Yes.
mean,
they've
lit up. So
you see the 2 on the left at least, definitely.
They all 4 lit up for me.
Okay.
When I came to this spot.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can see all 4 of them.
Then sure, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
What do you do?
I think we could cast a spell. Sacred Flame at whichever one's closest to me. Probably the one to the left out the door.
Mm-hmm.
If I see the ones to the right, I think probably the one to the left, the closest one here.
Okay, doke.
Well,
Rip.
Ah!
balls.
Don't worry, I'm hoping that this will be the last time we may end up using this map. Fingers crossed.
Understood. Yeah.
Luckily, it does not take long at all to
No.
re-upload.
Right. Should be back up again now.
It's a deck save.
Deck save. Gotcha. Do-do-do-do. Oh god. Okay, that's a 0.
Damn.
Wow,
That is
so it
actually
hits.
impressive.
I rolled a natural 1, -1.
That's
Nice.
skill.
Yep,
It's incredible, actually.
yep. So that's the one to your immediate left then, yeah?
I believe so.
Okay, so what does that do? Roll damage.
Radiant damage.
Okay. Is that just 3 damage?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oof, okay. Beep, 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 beep.
I'm level 2. Get off my jock.
I'm just saying. You. The old gods have gone missing for a long time. The damage is a little bit weakened over the years. Okay, that's your action. Your movement, I'm guessing as well. Is there any bonus actions you could do?
I already moved, yeah. No, not really.
Okay. Next up, we have Dolda.
I'm still trying to reload, because every once in a while I have to reload this thing like 2-3 times for it to not just get stuck at 98%.
Okay.
It's also pause.
Because I only have 25-foot move. The only question there is, Nep's door open, or is he still in his room with the door closed?
He's out. He's currently outside of his door, and he's looking through the doorway. So he's looking through.
Yeah, I can. My door is open.
Yeah, it's open.
So I'm assuming I'm seeing him like out looking back through his door through the window. So
Yeah.
when I'm going past, because my initial, I will start moving towards the intersection.
Mhm.
Same thing as Quithos, seeing that Azran is struggling with the door, I would divert left. But pausing that, seeing that Nep is intently looking back into his room, I will look over there. And the creatures outside. Just to clarify here, like, do they seem to be like an aquatic species, or do they seem to be like waterlogged zombies?
Roll an intelligence check to see if you can kind of distinguish what these are.
Would it possibly a wisdom check to know if I can know what this is?
You haven't really been around any sea locations, so I would say this is less more wisdom, and it's more like, have you heard about
But
them in
I've been
passing?
around a lot of dead bodies as a cleric doing funeral rites.
You know what? Sure, do a wisdom check.
Oh.
I will be kind.
Son of a bitch!
You have no idea.
Your hubris says that.
God damn it!
Even the RNG hates you.
That is what, the third nat one I've rolled tonight?
Yeah.
Well, either way, they seem to be hostile on our ship, so I will be casting Sacred Flame through the line of sight through the window.
Okay.
And that is a Dex
save.
14 save.
Great.
Yeah, with that -1, I'm not too worried about that. Dex 14 save.
Don't fucking Bowser it!
Knock on wood, knock on wood.
That's a 16.
What did I literally just say?
It rolled a 17 -1.
God fucking damn it, Bowser.
So that's not half damage, is it? It just misses. Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't do no damage. Okay.
Did
Yeah,
you,
it's a Dex
break
save
my
or
window?
considering it is not a blah 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 blah. It's a flame-like radiance descend on a creature that you see, so it's not
Yeah.
like I'm shooting.
Okay.
It just comes down onto the actual creature. It doesn't shoot out from.
So no, I didn't
Right,
break
it's-
your window.
It even specifically says, yeah, like cover doesn't help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that you can move to action and then continue moving if you haven't used your full move, right?
Yep.
Sounds right.
I think so.
That would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. If I can move my... Oh, game is paused, so I can't move my character.
It should be paused.
It's on pause for me.
Paused for me.
It's on pause for me, yeah.
Which is weird, because I'm seeing everyone's cursors moving around. But it says
Well, the
pause for me.
Your
curses
cursor's
don't
in
change
there, man.
anything.
No, but I'm saying, like, it's not like my game is frozen, because I'm
Right.
currently seeing y'all move, so I'm seeing an active feed, but it says game pause for me. Can I move? No.
Let me try and...
Oh, that fixed it.
I was going
There
to
you go.
say, pause and unpause.
So 25 would be to right there, so that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. And then next up is... Nep.
It ain't me.
No, it's Nep.
I know. I got a 2.
Nep.
Oh, sorry, I forgot push to talk. I'm just gonna move up here and hide behind these guys and shoot at
Do you
little
have-
boy over to the left.
Do you have line of sight? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not little boy. It seems to be a woman. And it looks like most of her limbs have been like slowly eaten away from some unknown kind of creatures. So she's just got like...
Oh, I have no idea if these are undead or if they're aquatic creatures.
It doesn't change the fact that an arrow will probably still hurt. And since it's a sneak attack, because I don't think they know that I'm there, unless if you want me to roll stealth.
Roll a stealth check just to see if you've managed to sneak up there.
20.
Let's have a look.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, they don't see shit.
Perfect. So I'm gonna roll. I believe I roll attack with.
You roll with
it's an extra d6 for damage if I hit.
Yes, but because you're hitting from stealth and they don't see you, you roll with advantage.
Perfect.
And that automatically gives you sneak attack damage anyway.
Yeah. So 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Perfect.
How much damage was that? 6 damage.
Just a sec. Plus an extra d6.
Oh god.
So 7. Seven total damage.
I feel like that should have done more, but yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Level
because
2.
I rolled a 1 on my second.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a bonus action and hide.
Noted.
And I literally don't need cover because the guys in front of me are a size bigger than me.
Yes, I know.
This
Well,
works out.
roll stealth anyway.
Roll stealth anyway?
Yeah, you need to roll stealth to see if you can actually manage to hide from them. It's not good.
Yikes, 7.
Okay. Yeah, you're hidden very well. Okay.
With a 7?
As far as you think, yeah.
Alright, fair enough.
It is worth pointing out you don't know if you roll good or bad.
Yeah. Ashran, finally, it's your turn to.
What? So I didn't grab my sword, but I feel like the insight of seeing everyone rush past me to go out the door, I'm gonna stop trying to get into the door, right?
Okay.
I go pick up my sword, which I had laid next to the door, if that's acceptable.
Yep, that's fine.
And then I'm gonna double. I'm gonna dash, so that'll put me. Is there anybody around that corner?
The whole kind of group's pretty much gathered up at the doorway.
Alright, I have like 10 more feet from here, wherever I can go, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I made a mistake by doubling up on Garble.
Yeah,
I don't even think
I'm gonna
that's
go
allowed
there.
to be fair.
No, I think you're right.
I'll just put you there. There you go.
Much better.
I do have line of sight on those people on the
On the right?
right.
Okay. Do you have any ranged abilities or attacks that you can
I
do?
do.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna do my my breath weapon.
Okay. That's a deck
So
save, right?
A deck save of 13.
Fucking all these deck saves. No.
Don't say anything. Don't fucking say anything.
Who said what?
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's a fail. Okay.
And it's a direct line 5 by 30, so that would hit both.
Yeah, that hits both.
technically.
Yeah, okay.
It's just a line attack, or is it a cone? Or
It's a line.
No, it's a line.
Okay.
I would say that he positioned himself so he can get the both of them. Yeah, go on.
Do they both fail?
Yep. I rolled an 8 and a 1. No, an 8 and a 2, sorry.
Oh. 5 damage each.
5 damage each.
Nice.
So that's... Fuck. And then... Oh, God. Okay.
And can I throw my hand axe as a bonus action or no?
What was your... Is it an action to use your breath attack?
Yes.
No, I think it's you can only 2-weapon. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon, you can use
Okay. Yeah,
an offhand as a bonus action.
I see now. Oh, I can use or no?
No, so you have to use the attack
Got
action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, and then use a bonus action to attack with a different light weapon. But because you've attacked with your breath,
Got it.
doesn't count.
Bonus action
Yeah.
has to be after your regular action.
You,
correct?
no.
Either order.
Generally speaking, in the rules, it is, but I'm going to allow you guys to do. You can use your bonus action beforehand if you want to. It just kind of makes things a little bit easier for you guys and speeds things up a little bit if you want to plan something out more.
I
Alright,
just
that's my
want to
turn.
clarify something real quick with you, Ram.
Mhm.
Bonus action and cunning action. Are you treating those separate or what?
Bonus action and cunning action, both they're different things.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, a cunning action's an ability of yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I think that's a reaction, is it?
Nope. It's like a second bonus action that I have. I think. That's why I wanted to clarify it with you.
Let me just double check on that. Where are you, Nep? No, sorry. Cunning action is a bonus action. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. So basically, you use your bonus action to dash, disengage, or hide, which is normally another class's action to do.
Okay.
So there you go. So at this time, surprisingly, someone comes barreling down the hallway. What's her movement speed? 40 feet. So that'll be... Fuck. Stop. So Solera comes bounding down the hallway and hits there. That's her movement. Fuck, she can't really do anything else. So, using her dexterous wiles, she'll 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She'll get to there with a double dash. And that'll be a round. Okay. So, back to the top. Because the others, this was a surprise round, should I say. The young girl now climbs back out of the window. Hang on. Oh god, dex check. This would be bad. Oh god. Oh, fuck's sake.
Impales herself on the fucking window.
She takes 3 damage.
Say, just please let me, just let her hang from the windowsill. She can't do
No,
anything.
she rolled quite well for the dex check to kind of get out, but she still takes the damage from the cut glass. So she doesn't seem phased by it either. She just kind of crawls out and it just slices down like the side of her arm. She just doesn't seem to really pay any attention to it.
Missing pieces, unfazed by damage. Have no idea what these things could be.
None.
None.
No fucking clue.
They're unicorns. There you go. Spoiler.
Ah. Shit.
And then that was her movement. I'd say it was her action. What?
These undead-looking creatures look awfully alive to me.
You'd be surprised. So...
Am I the only one that still can't see them yet?
I
Yeah.
I can't see them either. I'm on the other side of the boat, so
Yeah.
I'm on the other doors going, hey!
19. Does a 19 hit, Ayara?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, don't be so happy about it.
I'm sorry, Lo. Okay, you take 5 points of damage.
Ah! I'm gonna die!
Doesn't it take the cold damage now?
Oh, yes, it does. Thank you for reminding me. So, what was that?
And so did the window.
Apparently.
So yeah, it takes 5 points of cold damage.
Okay. Fuck, okay.
How much damage did you take, Ira?
5. I'm down to 12 points.
Oh, no.
No, keep in mind, your temporary health hit points do not go on top. They don't heal you to full. So whatever you took initially, you were at 18, right? you took 5 down to 13. You get the health of 13, and then now you took another 6, so you're down to 12. Yes.
She started
Yeah,
at
down to 12.
19.
Yeah,
Yeah, cool.
it's
Just to
correct.
make sure.
Yeah, it automatically does it on D&D Beyond anyway.
Yeah, it does it
Cool.
automatically.
Oh, cool.
Right. She misses the second attack, so it's now the other's turn because they're now in the game as well. So this one is going to attack the blue-robed woman that has now just burst out of the door and is right next to her.
Redhead lady.
Garble just
eating
shuts the
an
door in self-preservation.
apple.
Don't tempt him.
Nothing to see here.
19 to hit, that hits. Oh god, so many tabs.
All the tabs.
All the tabs, 5 points of damage. Boom. And then another attack. Natural 1, that misses. And then, because this is an adult, it's going to do a bite attack. That also misses. Yeah. Okay. That is that turn. That one here is now going to approach her as well. All the attacks, I'm just going to go through these really quickly. Let's try and speed this up a little bit. Misses. Hits. Fucking 3 points of damage, okay. This one. Ooh, okay. That was a natural 20 on that one, and for fuck's sake. Oof, okay.
So just to be clear, because I'm not watching your stream
Okay.
and I can't see anything. Are there like little beasties battling each other?
No, they're battling you guys.
Okay, so what are you rolling for?
Because
Okay.
they're attacking Solera at the minute.
Right.
Solera just burst out the doors, kind of going chased after whatever you guys were moving towards with a double movement, and is now getting pretty much ganged up on.
Does she
Gotcha.
even have a weapon?
She can tank.
She does, yes.
Okay.
When you first... No, Solera.
Oh.
So when you first saw Solera, she actually had a very well-crafted boomerang attached to her hip.
Yes, the booms.
The booms.
That looks great for hand-to-hand combat.
She doesn't use it. That's why she's probably got her fist wrapped up, you imagine.
We were never told that.
I told you several times that she had her fists wrapped up in bandages.
He did.
I believe that.
That's only
I
one.
was somewhat paying attention. He did do this.
It's probably when I was AFK.
Probably. Ooh, she is getting really hurt at the minute.
No!
Close the door, forget about it.
No, please
save
stop.
Oh, fuck's... Luckily for her as well, I'm also rolling like shit. Okay. That is their turns done, and Garble, you're up again.
Right. Well, I've been wanting to do this. Let's go. Chaos Bolt.
Okay. Is that just on one target?
Yeah.
Which one are you targeting?
The one right in front of me.
Okay. Roll to hit. Is it?
Fuck. Okay.
Well, that misses.
Mm.
So that's your action. You got a bonus action and your movement.
Is he close enough for me to do some two-hand weapon fighting?
You have to use your two. You have to attack with a weapon to activate your offhand attack. And because you use Chaos Bolt, that doesn't count.
So basically just a regular dagger attack then.
Yeah, but in order for you to be able to use your dagger attack, you have to attack with a melee weapon with your action. That's why it's 2 weapons. So you attack with 1 weapon, and then you use your bonus action to attack with an offhand weapon. But you used a spell, so you can't.
Then in that case, I... hold on. The distance to having to be close to someone and then do the whole attack of opportunity, that was like 5 feet, right?
Yeah, it's within melee range of the person that you're fighting. So because you've got a distance of 10 feet away from them, you can move without getting them to attack you.
Then I'm actually going to back away for 1 square.
Okay.
And that'll be me.
Okay, look. Try and not double up on square, so like just move to the left a little bit. All right.
Staying behind Quithus.
There you go. Cool. All right, then.
All right.
That is Garble's go. Dion, you're up.
I'm going to move up to, I guess, where Garble and Quithus are. I'm afraid to move my icon because it crashes when I do. And then, because I'm a support role, I'm going to use a touch to cast Heroism on Quithus.
Okay.
So basically, until spell ends, he's immune to frightened, gains temporary hit points equal to my casting ability modifier, which I believe is +4 because I cast with charisma.
Okay, yeah.
And then, yeah.
Okay. You're immune to fear, and you get 4 temporary hit points, Quithus.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Be brave!
That is your turn.
Is that that's like overheal, basically?
Kind of, yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you just put in the temporary hit points in the side, and it should just add a little kind of a separate heal pod.
Aye.
And that gets taken away first before any of your actual health points, but D&D Beyond will do that automatically. So at this point, it is Ayara's turn.
Okay. So if I try to move past this person, she's gonna have an attack of opportunity on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. Oh, the one in front of you.
Yep.
You have to roll at a disadvantage if you're using a ranged attack in melee.
Oh fuck. Okay, hold on.
Isn't that a cantrip?
Yeah.
It is a cantrip.
So you can use your disengage to jump away, and then use
She certainly can.
And then use your Eldritch Blast as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
How far away does disengage get me?
It's your full movement speed. You basically use your action to move away from the enemy with that, actually. So you duck and dive, and then run away.
Okay. And how many feet do you have to be away for an attack of opportunity? 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you get more than 5 feet away, they can't use the attack of opportunity.
All right. I'm going to move right here. My disengage.
Okay.
I can't fucking move. Hold on.
Isn't disengage an action?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
It's
you can do a cantrip as her bonus action.
Yeah, it's an action for. Wait, can she?
I don't know. I thought cantrips were bonus.
That was only
No.
that was in the
No.
session 0 while I was talking to you guys, just saying to
Well,
kind of speed things up a bit.
Some cantrips can't, just like
Yeah,
spells, they can be bonus actions, but they are
Yeah.
not by default bonus actions.
Sorry, I may have confused that a little bit in the
Okay.
session 0. I said that they could cast cantrips as bonus actions in the session 0 just to speed things up.
Under your actions, your
But-
bonus actions should have a list of all of what you
Yeah,
can do.
I can cast a hex as a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
So Hex is the only thing that you'd be able to cast as a bonus.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, that was my fault.
It's all good. We're all learning
That's
as we're going.
That's not going to do any good. They're already necrotic.
You don't know.
Yeah, clearly these aren't
All right.
zombies. I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Also choose one ability when you cast the spell. The target has disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
Mhm.
So what ability would I choose?
that's up to you. So if you have to make any strength saving throws or dexterity checks, oh no, checks, sorry, not saving throws. So it's strength checks, dex checks, con checks, anything like that.
Okay.
They'd have to make them at disadvantage.
It'd be a disadvantage for me.
It'd be a disadvantage for them.
Oh, okay.
For whoever you
Sorry,
hex.
I just don't understand what the thing is saying.
It's all good. We're learning as we're going.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna try and hex the little girl behind me.
Okay. Is it a saving throw?
I don't see that.
Under your bonus actions, is there a DC anywhere next to hex?
Let me have a look.
1d6.
That's your damage when you
Oh.
do an attack. What's to the left of that? I can't see it.
Damage. You place a curse on a creature that you see within range until the... Oh, it basically just hits.
Okay.
So yeah, she is now hexed.
Think of that like a dot.
Okay. So
not
until
frightened.
the spell ends, I deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage. So should I roll?
No, because you haven't done damage to her. So basically, whenever you damage her now, you do an extra 1d6 on top of that.
Okay, so little girl is hexed, y'all. Is it only me that does damage, or everybody?
It's just you.
Only when you do damage, you do extra damage because of
Okay.
your hex.
Okay, I get it. Sorry.
It's okay.
And only on that creature, I believe.
And only on her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn. I'm done.
Right, I don't think I've got a thing for hexed, which is really annoying. So we're just going to put it on there that she's frightened. There we go. Put a little skull on there just so it reminds me that she's hexed. Okay, so that's your turn, and we are over to Lilith. Your turn.
Okie dokie. So, just trying to 2, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. So I've got my bow.
Ah. Yeah, go on, I'll load it back up again while you go through what you want to do.
Okay. So I was going to use my action to move. The little beastie things I can't see yet. Are they people or are they?
They're
beasts, or are they-
humanoids.
They're humanoids. So my beast spell wouldn't work. Okay. That's what I was going to ask. Because I've got that beast spell, so I wasn't too sure if that would work for it. Okay, well I've got my bow anyway.
Mhm.
They grabbed it on the way out. Oh my god, why is this not... There we go. Okay. Wow, I've got a mill in my view. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my bow and arrow and I'm going to shoot this one straight in front of me.
Mhm.
Come on. Urgh. Sorry, my PC is still being really temperamental. Right. Do I need to roll or can I just...
If you're going to go and try and hit, yeah, you got to roll to attack.
Come on now. Do as you're told.
Game's paused for me, Ram. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, it's not, but that fixed it.
Yep.
There you go.
12.
12 hits, yeah.
Woohoo!
So roll for damage.
I can't see because my dice is in the way.
8 damage. You did 8. And that was on the one that's directly in front of you, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is... Fucking hell, 8 damage, wow.
What did I do?
You did...
Is he okay? Is he gone? Can
No.
I kill him?
No, my pen's run out though. God damn it.
You need my Harry Potter pen.
Okay,
That's what I've been using.
so that's your movement, your action. I don't think you've got any bonus actions, have you?
I do. I can use my 2 weapons fighting.
That's with a melee attack.
Am I not close enough? Oh no.
No, you... 2 weapon fighting, when you click on it and read it, it says if you hit with a melee weapon with your action, you can use an offhanded light melee weapon as an offhand weapon as a bonus.
Oh, okay.
So because you did a range attack, it's not a light melee weapon that you're holding. Plus you have to like dual wield for it as well. So anyway, that's fine.
Okay.
Quithus, you're up.
All right. Let's see.
I'm just going to talk to you here, Bowser, just quicker. For
Yeah.
Channel Divinity, you should have two versions of Channel Divinity. One is tied to your domain, so one is your War Domain Channel Divinity. Your other should be your generic Cleric Channel Divinity, which is Turn Undead.
Oh, I have both.
Yes,
that
you
right?
get both. Yes.
Yeah.
You gain the ability channel from your entity, so you get both.
Oh, it does say two such effects. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you start with two effects, Turn Undead, and an effect determined by your domain, so you do have it.
Okay, so and that's under limited use. So I only have it once per short rest. So I have to choose which one I do for that once per short rest. Is that correct?
Yeah. So when you say I'm going to use Channel Divinity, you say which one are you going to use.
Okay.
Yes.
Ram, do they appear to be undead?
I mean, they have like missing things, and they don't seem to be like they're living, breathing kind of creatures at the moment.
So should my radiant damage have done more damage?
As far as you know.
Okay. Just didn't know if you track that down. Let me
What are you doing? Come on.
I'm gonna use what I'm trying to figure out between bonus actions and regular actions how I want to do this. All right. For my regular action, I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast Sacred Flame again.
Okay.
On this closest one here to me. It's a 14 dex.
Okay.
Save.
That is a 15.
Damn. Okay. Dodged it. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Shield of Faith on, gosh, I forget the name of the blue robe.
Solera.
Damage. Solera.
Yeah. And what does that do? Gives a plus 12 to AC for the duration. Okay.
Plus 2.
Yeah, plus 2, not 12.
I said plus
That'd be
2.
crazy.
Oh, I thought you said plus 12, which I
That's
love.
what I heard
wish
too,
that
yeah.
spell did plus 12. I would love that thing.
Insta kill everything.
Range 60 foot. Yeah, cool. And it's concentration for up to 10 minutes. Okay, doke.
Yeah, so hot minute.
Okay. Solera has a armor of plus 2, which customize. Plus 2.
And I'm going to take a super fast bio break.
Oh, what?
He's taking a bathroom.
I gotta
Okay,
pee, I'm
okay. Yeah, no worries. Right, okay, that's, here's a go. And then we go down to Dulder.
I'm afraid to move. I'm not going to move my character, but I take a step to the sides and basically line up in the center. I will use my bonus action to cast Healing Word, because it looked like Solara was in that bad shape, right?
She was looking kind of rough. She'd taken attacks, multiple attacks from all 4 of them.
Well, I heal her for 10.
Oh, perfect, great.
And beyond that, I'm assuming you can't stack the same spell twice. I am going to save those spells. So I'm going to do the same thing as before and cast Sacred Flame on the first target, so it's another Dex 14 save.
Okie dokie. That is a 1.
Sweet, I actually hit something.
And which one are you aiming for?
The closest one.
Okay.
I do 7 points of radiant damage.
That one looks rough as fuck.
By more of them's light.
Like,
And that is my turn.
it's barely
Sorry, which one did you attack?
Lettuce boy is going down.
the one that's very very near the door. The first one that's
Perfect.
yeah.
The one with the lettuce sash.
Like
Yeah.
the spell kind of hits him, and it's like the skin starts to sizzle away, and it's like barely holding itself together. So that's Dulder's turn, and then we go to Nep.
Hell yeah, watch this. I'm gonna move up.
Watch this shit.
I'm gonna move up here. I'm gonna
Okay.
attack the guy that's right in front of me with
Advantage.
Nope.
Yes.
This is a once per turn thing.
What?
Once per turn, you can deal an extra d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack, with a finesse or a ranged weapon.
Yes, but you still get advantage on the attack roll because Celera is in melee combat with it as a rogue.
I'll take the advantage then. I won't complain.
And because
I'm
it's
gonna attack
advantage, it's
them-
also sneak attack as well.
Yeah, well, the sneak attack, that's the thing. It's a once per turn sneak attack.
Okay.
You can't do it multiple times.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why I was trying to avoid using the sneak attack. So I'm just gonna
Never
dagger.
avoid sneak attack damage. What's wrong with you? Okay, yeah, go on.
Ah, fuck. 8.
8 to hit.
Yeah.
On advantage.
Oh, wait. Yep, with advantage. Sorry. 9.
Wow. Wow.
Can we vote to stop using D&D Beyond?
Because
Yeah,
I-
Good lord. They are literally $8 on Amazon.
You have some coming in.
Yeah, I told you guys, if you want to start using your own dice, I'll trust you if you
I
want to
started, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, you rolled so good," and then I stopped.
Oh, I didn't care. I like
No,
that.
no.
You rolled good.
I don't,
Yeah,
yeah.
right? You're on my team.
I'm trying not to
Yeah,
TPK. If you could roll better, I would appreciate it. But yeah, they both that misses. But you can try and attack again if you want to. So
No, I'm gonna leave that one for someone else to finish off. I'm gonna attack the one just a bit above him
okay,
with a short sword this time.
that's a light weapon
With
still, right? Yeah.
advantage. Yep.
Okay.
20 to hit.
20 hits.
Panda, just for future reference, if you right click the number you have to click to roll, you can roll it at advantage.
Yeah,
on
I keep
If
forgetting. that I
if
do
forgot about the advantage anyway.
that. 11 damage.
11 points of damage on the one that's hardly been touched. Coo.
Tentacle arm boy.
Tentacle arm boy.
Call him Tickle for short. I'll see myself out.
Please do.
And and that's Nep. Ajran, it's your turn.
Okie dokie. I didn't realize it until after the fact, but I did double movement and my breath weapon last time, so I just marked off my action surge.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Thank you for being honest.
Yeah.
Taking inspiration for that. I like that. That's all nice of you.
Oh,
What do I do?
Round of applause, everybody.
You're just being honest and nice.
I'm gonna move there,
All right.
and I'm gonna attack the one that's almost dead.
Okay, do it.
For the record, I did applaud, but I couldn't push to talk at the same time.
Thank you.
I just hit my desk over and over again.
Fuck
Nah,
this.
9 misses, I'm afraid.
The fucking D20 dice roll.
All right, well that's my turn then.
Don't worry, they've been rolling shit too at times. Which is a good thing as well, because Sarah probably could have fucking died with all 4 of them attacking her.
For real.
Downside of melee is y'all have so many things you can do. I just whack things and it turns over.
Eventually, you're going to be a god when you level up, so don't fucking say that.
That changes.
If I don't die now that I'm surrounded by 4 enemies.
You'll be
You
fine.
won't die, don't worry about
We got 2 healers.
So that's your turn. That is the bottom of the round. So then it is Celera's turn. Here we fucking go. Right, now let's do some fucking damage. Right. That hits. going to attack the one with the tentacle arm. Holy shit. So fucking strong.
Strong.
And then she's in fact she's gonna try and finish off the fucking weak one since she just hits. Holy
Wait.
shit. What?
I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. Were you serious about the inspiration?
Yeah.
So what do I do with that?
It basically lets you re-roll an attack roll or a saving throw.
I thought it was advantage.
I'm playing it by my rules. I'll let you roll.
Okay, heard.
Re-roll one if
So can I reroll?
you wish. What, for your attack?
Hey,
Yeah.
21 that time.
Nice.
But I'll wait. I'll wait till after Solera.
Okay, well, she attacked the one that was injured anyway, and that's basically just fucking dead. It just fucking crump. So she's popping with the fists. So she punched the one with the tentacle arm, and then just spun around and attacked that one. And then because she's fucking hurt, she is going to activate her flurry of
Who's she
blows.
Is she that hurt after me healing 10 points on her?
No, before you healed her.
Oh.
Basically, they surrounded her, hit her a lot of times, it pissed her off, and now she's going all out. So she's going to use a key point to start a flurry of blows. After attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 on strikes as bonus action. So it's basically 1 more attack. And she a monk. She's doing some dope monk shit. So she she cracks the one with the lettuce leaf that seems to be fucking wrapped around him. I don't know why. That slumps to the ground, and then she goes back to the one that she hit before with a tentacle and smacks him around the jaw, and he is staggering. Whoa, and that's her turn. And then everybody's going back to the sea.
Kung fu fighting.
It's back to the sea spawns. So that's... hang on. Let me just put that down there, that one's gone. So, the one behind us is going to attack her. 19... oh, fucking hell, that hits. Go through these...
Were you gonna let me do my...
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah. I will let you do this since I was nice and give you the inspiration.
I don't want to be meta.
No, it's fine. I did give you that while it was on your turn still and then moved on, so feel free.
Right. Well, I did roll a 21 if you saw.
Yeah, which one did you want to hit though? You've got...
I guess the one to the left of me.
Okay, the woman.
Is that a woman? Sure.
It does look like a woman.
The bone feet one.
The bone feet one, yeah. To hit, yeah. And then...
an 8.
8 points of damage. 8 points of damage.
Slashing, if that matters.
It doesn't. But she hurt now too.
Should do a heckin' owie.
She did a No. Forget I said...
Clip it!
No!
Clip it!
Don't clip it!
Clip it.
I got it.
Ah.
A clip queen. Man, we need to play another horror game soon.
Oh god, no we don't. Right, anyway, moving on with the attacks of this fucking thing. It hit. So that's damaged that one. Oh my god, where's my roll gone? Sea spawn damage. That's 5 points of damage. Oh shit. $14. Try and go through these really quickly. Tech. Oh, fucking hell, I roll like shit.
We all roll
Welcome.
like shit.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Ah! Wait.
I'm switching to my dice.
Oh, just fucking hell. She just... that fucking +2 to her AC is being a pain in
Like,
the ass.
scroll through the list of rolls here, and like they are 80% single digits.
They're all garbage, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's so bad.
So that's unconscious, that's attacked, that's attacked, that's attacked, and then it's the girl. The girl's just going to turn towards Ayara, who's keeps running away. And then, in fact... Having seen Celera actually... Oh, fuck me.
Right.
Yes, please get off this fucking boat.
We trying, man. We
Is
trying
it
so
the map
hard.
or
I,
the,
th- I think it's
program?
I think it's the map because I've made it so big so that all 4 decks are on
Keeps
the same.
crashing it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was better to have the loading screens, honestly.
Yeah.
Mine's been gray for a while, and I've been afraid to refresh it.
Yeah, just let it go.
Alright, I've loaded it up
Yeah,
again.
I'm probably just not gonna reload in because I could just
Theatre of the
you know,
mind it.
look. I can just look at Ram's stream and I'll see the overlay because we don't really care about line of
Yeah,
sight at
that's
this
also
point.
true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, I would say... Oh, man, that's actually dangerous. Fuck it, she's going to allow it. Nep and Ayara, you get an attack of opportunity as the little girl just gets down on all fours and just fucking crawls, bucketing past you as she goes and tries to hit Celera, who's just knocked unconscious, one of her family members.
Well, she probably shouldn't have.
She probably shouldn't have, but she did it anyway.
So what?
She not very smart.
You just roll a melee attack.
Do I get sneak attack since people are within range?
She would have been in with range of people, so yes, sneak attack.
Is that my unarmed strike?
Unless you're carrying a
weapon.
staff or anything, or do you
I
have
mean, I have a crossbow, I think, but
That's
16.
ranged.
and well, hold on.
16 to hit.
16 to hit hits.
I have some daggers. Do I just need to put them in my hand or something?
Yeah, I'd say that you can have it in your hand. Just pull it out of your belt and just
Okay.
slash out as she goes past.
Okay, so do I just do my dagger roll?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit,
With
man.
One or two
13.
hands?
Hang on.
13 damage.
Yep, cool. So yeah, it would just be one single slash with a dagger.
Okay.
And
I rolled a 24.
fucking hell, yes, that
nat
hits.
20.
And that you know.
At 22? Damn.
Yeah, a nat 20 with 4 modifier.
So yeah,
I think it's dead.
the little girl's kind of going through. Both of you just look to your right, and you both slash down at the same time, and you basically just carve her to ribbons. And she just flops onto the deck.
He didn't even make
I
it
wanna-
over
I
there.
want to look at Cokes and just give her a fist bump.
And a 24 damage, a 24 to hit and a crit, and the fucking 15 damage as well. It's like, yeah, that's the 15 damage already took her to 1 health point, so the fucking rest of it would have just fucking cleaved her. So yeah, she's dead. They've taken their
Okay.
turns, and
Cool.
we are back to Garble.
AR. Oh, Garble.
So standing where I am, is there still pretty much a clean line of sight towards the enemies?
I would say you have a clear line of sight to the 2 on the left, yes. And then you can also see the other one as well, but there's obviously allies in between. The rest of them...
Here we go.
What?
Nothing. Garble, allies, line of sight.
I was gonna say we
yeah.
both we all know how this goes.
We all know how this goes.
So
Prepare
yeah,
your faces.
I want to go for the one on the left.
Which one? There's 2.
To the left of AJ.
Okay, the
Describe
woman,
it. Is
the
it
woman,
like
the bone feet
The
woman.
bone.
The
foot?
bone woman, yeah.
Okay.
The bone sandals.
Actually, well, hold on. Which one of them is the strong that has more health?
You don't know.
You don't know that.
You don't know. I'm sorry, Garble.
Okay, for drama's sake, I'll just aim for the one in the back of everything then. Okay, here we go. Chaos Bolt.
All of the allies.
God.
All of it. Is that a Chaos Bolt? Is the cantrip? Is it, or is it a spell?
It's a spell.
Oh. Okay. Roll to attack.
Mm-hmm. 23.
That hits. And for the fun of it as well, can you also roll 2 d20s for me as well? I forgot to get you to roll them for me.
2 d20s.
After this combat, could we take a break?
I was going to try and get it over and done with quite quickly because both Viking and Griffin are going out later on. So I was trying to get it,
Oh, no worries.
trying to
Yeah,
speed
we
through
gotta
it.
leave in like
Well, more
15 minutes.
Wait, 15 minutes? Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
said
it's-
10.
Okay, yeah, well,
Well, yeah, 10-ish.
Okay, yeah, we'll end the session after this
We'll
then.
wrap up the combat at least.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Yeah, that's fine. You roll to hit, you hit. Roll damage.
7.
7. And does Chaos Bolt do like a special thing?
So it says 2d8 damage, and then hold on.
Is it a certain type
You
of damage?
hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged spell, blah 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 blah. On a hit, target takes 2d energy. Choose one of the d8. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type, as shown below. Okay, so
So it's 2d8.
It's a 2 and a 5, so I get to pick what kind of type of from the table.
Okay, so
the
so
number 2 or number 5.
Do you want to do cold or lightning?
Lightning.
Okay, lightning damage, and you also do a plus 1d6 as well. Did you roll that?
Sorry, what? Plus 1
On a hit,
d6?
On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack damage's type.
Ah, no, I didn't do the extra d6. Hold on.
There you go.
Two.
Okay. So that's 9 altogether.
Yeah.
And it was that one. Okay. That's your turn, is it?
You said that we can't use a cantrip.
No.
As
That was just
then-
the session,
then
so
yeah.
just to speed things up. Anything that you could do as a bonus action should be listed on your character sheet under bonus action. So yeah, Dion.
I am going to since I can't really see, but if I can
You're
get
basically
within line of sight.
Yeah,
of
you're stood
Arya,
you're stood next to Garble anyway. So if you want to move
Okay.
just a little bit to the left, you could see Arya.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do that and then cast a healing word on her
Okie dokie.
for 6 HP.
All right. Hey Arya, you take 6 health.
Thank you. I love you.
Be healed.
Game shouldn't be paused.
Did you ever know you were my hero?
There we go.
And that's it.
And that's it. Okay. Ayara, it's your turn. So currently standing there are 3
Okay.
left.
There are 3 left. There's the 2 to the right.
There's the 2 to the left of
I
Ajran
see, yes.
and Solera, and then there's the
And
one with the tentacle.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check what I want to do real quick. Can I move, like, near Ajran?
You could, but you'd take an attack of opportunity from the one with the tentacle.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't want to do that.
What if
Okay.
you can move where the door is?
She's kind of being
Right.
blocked by
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
no.
By Nep. Okay. Eldritch Blast!
Eldritch Blast. Go for it.
Alright. Do an Eldritch Blast to Tentacle Boy.
Okay.
Alright, oh. Okay, yeah, no, okay. Also, can I just ask a quick question? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I have this thing where, hold on, where is it? Spell.
Yep.
No, features and traits. Okay. I can cast known warlock spells using charisma as my spell casting modifier.
Yes, that's what you use anyway.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna do a spell attack for,
The Eldritch
or a
Blast.
cantrip for Eldritch Blast, so I just hit the effect, right?
You got to roll to hit.
Okay. 11? 16 plus 5, 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and then I just hit the thing right next to it.
Damage.
6
Oof.
plus 3, 9.
Oof. Fucking hell. Okay, yeah. You just blow the whole tentacle off his arm, and he just kind of flops down on the floor.
Is he dead?
Well, technically speaking, he's unconscious, but yeah.
Okay.
Unless you guys revive him, he's going to
So
be
if
start.
we were
He's out of the
near
fight.
him,
He's out the
okay,
fight.
we wouldn't get an opportunity of attack.
No.
Okay.
He's out for the
Okay.
count.
Okay, so then because of now that he's out, I would like to move closer to Ajran.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna be within 10 feet of those other two boys, girl and boy.
Okie dokie.
Okay.
I mean,
Poor family drowns, and then we're just butchering them.
I know, poor people.
there you go. Just to kind of give you an idea. So
Thank
that's
Is Lettuce Lady dead?
the little girl's dead. The lettuce guy is dead, and tentacle arm guy is down. The only two that are standing at the minute are the two that are to the left-hand side.
Left.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right, I'm done.
You don't want to use an action?
Oh, yes, I do.
Oh wait, no, bonus. Sorry.
Eldritch
Yeah,
Blast?
Eldritch Blast is an action. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. No, I was confused still.
I was gonna take it.
I know you
I
were.
mean,
You don't get an inspiration point.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll be alive long enough, but you can use your bonus to move your hex, right?
Yes.
Can't you?
Oh, I can use my bonus to move my hex.
So,
So
generally speaking, that would have done an extra 1d6 damage on top of that, but you killed him already with the damage anyway, so forget about it.
Her hex was on the creepy crawly.
Yeah. So, did you want to move it to one of these other two that are still alive?
yeah, I'll move it to the one with the hair in the back. Seaweed head.
Okay. And yes, it is seaweed.
Okay, seaweed head.
Seaweed head. I don't have a hex one, so I'll just put that on there.
Okay.
Cool. Right, that is your turn. Lilith, your turn.
Okay. So the one in front of me, the one that was hexed, is that one dead?
All three of them that are in that line straight up from you are now unconscious.
But not dead.
They're not dead, but
That's good enough.
they're out of combat.
They're out of combat.
That's fine. This guy here,
Yeah.
is that one still fighting?
That one is still up and kicking, yes.
Okay, cool. I'm just thinking if I use my arrow, will it hit him?
You gotta roll to attack to
I
find
will
out.
Find out.
Yeah.
If you have line of sight, it should.
As long as you don't roll shit.
That's it.
Roll to attack. That's an
18.
8. That fucking hits. Roll your damage.
Oh shit. 7.
7 points of damage is still good. There you go. Still standing, but yeah, it hurt. Sunks into his shoulder. Right. Try and get through this quickly for these guys. Quithus, your go.
Awesome. Guiding bolt at the one at the front left.
Guiding bolt up the butt. There you go. Go. 16 hits. All damage.
Get the shit out of my way. Radiant.
Oh fucking hell! Jesus fucking Christ! What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm ending this.
Yeah. Just fucking.
And the heavens opened up and the angels sang.
It hits a square in the chest, and her whole body just seems to just fucking erode away and just kind of melt into like bright white sparkles. She just fucking eats shit. Okay. Yeah, that's
Turn over, go.
go. Who's next? Fucking Dolder, go.
Cool. Take a step to the right. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Azran. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on the guy in the back.
Okay.
Dex 14.
Dex save
Not
off.
that I think it matters, but Adrian has +2 AC.
Ooh. I rolled an 18 on the dex save.
Alright, the turn's over.
Nep, your turn. One left standing.
I'm gonna attack him with a short sword.
Okay. Roll with advantage as well, since it's in melee with Solera and Azra.
22. Even
Yeah,
though I
that
tried to
hits.
Roll with advantage. I'm just gonna see if I get a 20.
Yeah, see if you can crit. Nah, never mind. Roll damage.
Total of 6 damage.
Nice. Still standing.
Still standing? Alright, I'm daggering him.
Oh shit.
17 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage. 6 damage. Oh shit, still standing.
Damn.
It hasn't taken much damage along the back. Ajran, go.
Blasted
Let's
the wrong one.
Swinging my big ass sword.
Swing it.
Let's go, big boy.
Swing and a miss.
Ooh,
Oh dear, man.
yikes.
Oh,
Glad you didn't hit
Use
anybody
some
else.
dice.
This website hates me.
Everybody just needs to get dice.
Yup.
It hates all of us.
That's my turn. Have fun.
You'll have your moment in the sun, don't worry. It'll come. That's the end of that turn, so then it's Salira's turn. Salira's going to pop round and pop. She rolled a 5, but luckily it's with a plus, and it gets enough. So 13. Oh shit, wrong one, but same damage anyway. No, it's not. Eep. It is the same damage anyway, okay. 7 points of damage. 5, and then pop again. 18, that hits, and 4, which is 9 points of damage. How do I want to kill it?
Quickly.
Yeah, basically she just goes full on like jujitsu monk style shit and just thunder it, fucking punches it all over in its body, and it basically folds in half and collapses to the fucking floor. Congratulations, you murdered a family that you stole off of. That were undead, but shut up.
I mean, they were damnations, so who gives a shit?
Guys, those people kind of looked like the people in the painting that I found.
What's painting?
Well, that painting was haunted.
Everyone here is banned from picking up weird items in sunken boats.
You cannot tell me what to do. I will pick up anything I want.
Nep, you've made that very apparent.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion to persuade Nep to never pick up anything off a weird fucking boat.
Roll.
You have to roll that at
Fucking
disadvantage.
19.
Roll.
Oh, do
You
you?
need like a 40
Uh,
for that.
On that
I think
note, is
you're
there
right.
anything else you need specifically from Dion or Dulder, Ram?
No, I was just going to say, I was going to try and get onto the next little kind of bit that was going to happen, but we can save that for the next session. I would just say that as you kind of all kind of gather your shit and kind of brush yourselves down and trying to like heal any wounds and stuff that you sustained, you could just see a low fog is starting to kind of roll in around the ship.
Ominous.
Da 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 da.
Ooh, what an
I
ominous
wanna
end.
loot.
And that loot.
Loot what? They did.
I don't care.
You get some
Anything.
sea lettuce.
Yeah.
Roll an
Sea.
Roll an investigation.
Obviously,
Investigation.
Copes already has their loot. They're here for it.
Yeah, right.
16.
You find a well-preserved tentacle arm.
Hell yeah, I'm keeping it.
Incredible.
Oh no.
Fucking bad
We're all
dragon
gonna
shit
have
going
to
on here.
start. He just starts wearing it as a tail around.
Oh god.
He can
Okay.
add it to his crystal butt plug.
Gets haunted by the creature that tentacle came from.
Swear to God, if I wake up with a tentacle in my bed tomorrow, I'm fucking killing people.
You didn't do anything to me today, so you're safe.
Okay. On that note, yeah, we'll end that session there since you guys have got to shoot off, and because the next part of it's going to be something I want everyone present for. So
Yeah, it's been 3.5 hours. So.
yeah.
All the Europeans get to go to sleep.
Yes, you get to go
Yeah.
to bed. Yay.
I woke up sleep for this.
Thank you, Garble. We appreciate you over here.
We'll have to try and plan like a session where we can all like the Americans can be on much earlier or something, like on a Saturday or a Sunday.
Yeah, I was going to say
Oh.
over this weekend now, because obviously we want to try and get a few sessions cranked out early on at least until we kind of get into the full meat of the campaign. But
Yeah.
we can have a big discussion in the D&D chat and see which days we're all free.
We'll
Aye,
figure
aye.
it out.
Yep, we'll work it
Yeah.
out.
Yay.
Yay!
Whoa.
guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
guys.
Have a
That was
nice
so much
I'll try
time.
to remember to post pictures of my drag show on the Discord.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Very last question here, Ram. Do we hit a milestone and level up to level 3?
Yes, you all level up to level 3 now.
That would be we can get that done during the downtime.
Yeah.
You'll need it.
Where's my post-it notes?
Right, take care, guys.
Right, take care, dudes.
Bye.
Bye.
Easy.
Yeah, good shit.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that was good.
Hell yeah. It was really
Yeah.
fun.
All right, so all I have to do is go to manage and do level 3 on my class, right?
Yeah, and it should do it
Yeah, but
automatically
you're
for
gonna
you.
unlock. Yeah, you're gonna unlock a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
level 3 is a level where you start kind of getting some nitty gritty stuff where you can really start to expand out into your
Oh,
chosen.
I get a
Whoa.
pact boon.
Exactly.
So what do I pick?
Well, basically, over the weekend now you can get in touch with me and I can kind of go over any questions
Yeah,
and stuff that you've
I'll
got.
talk to you about it.
Yeah, I'll wait with leveling up for myself as well, so I can do it with someone who understands these better.
No worries.
If you want to do it now, Garbo, I can.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be online for for a while yet. If you want me to kind of go over your leveling things, let me just end the stream and I can talk to you.
I mean, other than Foundry crashing a little bit, I feel like that went super well.
Yes, like I said, tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Next session should be more interesting, and it shouldn't
Yeah.
have this issue as much. Hopefully, depending on what you guys obviously do, but yeah.
Sorry you got some crappy rolls tonight, baby.
It's fine. I just like similar to Garble. Like this majority of this session we sat out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll all
It happens.
yeah you'll all have your moment in the spotlight. So don't feel like you're being pushed out in certain episodes because you will be brought back in. You will have the focus in the other episodes. So
oh no, I don't feel like I'm being pushed out. It's hard for me because Nep's character is going against everyone else. So I'm like, I don't know what to do because we're supposed to be playing together, but we're playing against each other, I guess, right now. So it's hard for me to comprehend that and try to relate that into a character.
that's all part of the parcel of the
Sorry.
story. Yeah, it's so good.
It is.
I literally don't know what to do. Like I wanted to like insight check him to see if he was lying, which he clearly was, but my character doesn't know that, so I can't do anything
Lying
about it.
about what?
The
You
way
went in
I
it just for the shinies. You wanted something else, so
the way
just
I'm
want something-
playing, since being a whole little sneaky meeting and everything, I'm thinking about it as the way that we're all on the same path, but I'm on my own journey.
You're kind of like
Oh.
that too.
Right. Well, they're all having that discussion in the whole
Yeah,
kind of
same.
thing. I will
So we can
end the
work
stream there.
together,
We will.
but,
AR
go
doesn't know
from
what.
We will be kind of coming back in the future with this. I don't really want to set up a schedule just yet, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, though, and we'll be back very, very soon. I bought a lot more books. Just keep the ones the 3 before. It's fine.